Hey, Ed Hessick, how you doing? So it's Sunday. It's not a wonderful day, but it's Sunday, and it's not a lot of sun. It's a cloudy and rainy day here in Port Huron. Brenda, how you doing? Good morning, Brenda. Ed's here. Brenda, you're a goof. You're a goofball. Go park it someplace. Go lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. Hey, jump up there and lay down. Jump up and lay down. As you can see, the weather's not that nice out there, and it's supposed to continue on for most of the day. I know that Johnny's doing a live show right now, and he's got 6 or 8 people on there on the panel, and he's got, of course, our Joe America is over there. Yeah, Edward, that's 100% correct. There's a few people that I can depend upon all the time, and Brenda is definitely one of them. So, Brenda, how's your little baby girl doing? Angel's been expressing herself, I take it, her individuality. Hey, here comes Justin. Hello, Justin.
Can you hear me? There
Yep, we can hear you.
I'll mute my mic. There we go.
How are you? How's the weather down there in Florida? Up here, it's just a drizzly, nasty, cold. Well, when I say cold, chilly, I guess, because it's like 41 degrees.
That's fine. It rained a little bit last night, but it's not even, there's a few clouds in the sky, nothing crazy.
204, good morning.
It's not cold by any means.
No, not cold. What's the weather supposed to be for the day? Supposed to be nice or just,
Yeah, it's gonna probably be in the low 80s.
oh, wow.
Gotta resolder this freaking light. Fell off my desk and wires ripped out.
So you got one more day off and then it's back to the grind again.
I don't go back till Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got
Good
a
morning, everyone.
Good morning.
got a doctor's appointment in Tampa tomorrow. So
Ed's here, Ed's here, Ed's here.
I am currently trying to get the
So
slide open.
Justin's working on what are you rewiring again? You said some kind of a light or what?
No, I had a light that Sarah bought me for my desk and it fell off the other day and the wires ripped out, so I gotta resolder the wires back
Oh,
in.
gotta put side of the wires back in.
Yeah, they came undone from the
Here comes Mr. Mark White.
LED strip in here.
Morning, Mr. Mark.
Morning, Ed. Morning, Justin. Paul.
Morning,
how-
everybody
how's
in the
things
chat.
going over there in Wonderland?
A bit chilly. It says it's 12 degrees, feels like 7, with 20 to 35-mile-an-hour winds.
Wow. That's not flying weather.
No, and it was sunny a minute ago, but it's gone behind a cloud now. But today's Mother's Day over here.
Oh, is it?
Well, happy Mother's Day to everyone out there.
Well, Ed, you put it nicely. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers.
I shall be going to the cemetery later to put some flowers.
I don't think our Mother's Day, I think, is in May and June is Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Father's Day is in June, the same as yours, but Mother's Day is different.
Mother's Day should be every day.
Yes.
Depends on who your mother is.
Oh, it's not Justin.
So it depends on who your mother is.
Well, doesn't matter. It'd still be your mom, right?
I don't know.
You're just a little bit quiet, Justin.
I can't turn it up anymore. It's turned all the way up.
Oh, God.
Oh, unless I can turn it up in Windows. Hold on. Might be turned down enough. Nope, it's turned all the way up.
All right.
Now I can hear you fine, Justin.
Oh, yeah, it's just quieter than usual, that's all.
He's just talking low. Everybody's still asleep in the house.
He's celebrating your Mother's Day.
Oh, cloud's gone, the sun's come back out.
What does the king and Camilla do on Mother's Day? Anything special?
Camilla? How the fuck would Kamala be over
Isn't his wife named Camilla?
Yeah.
there? Oh, I thought you were talking about Kamala Harris. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, that's she's the queen consort, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they do some kind of celebration at the palace.
Well,
Possibly.
he's just getting over cancer treatment, so
Well, I mean, Camilla hasn't got any kids, but Charles has.
Charles does, yep.
Was that ever confirmed he had cancer? Because wasn't that kind of like everybody knew it, but they never came out and actually said it?
No, I think they did say it in the end.
Oh,
At
okay.
the end, yeah, because he was not doing well after all the treatments, the cancer treatments.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard for them to deny anything, you know? Now who's next in line?
Laura.
William. William.
William.
That would be Laura.
And his wife Kate has got cancer as well.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Not good.
Well, if they all keep dying of cancer, that mean that Laura would be in line at some point.
Yeah, it's not good. Let's see here. Plus and minus. Oh, this is a. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to break out the soldering gun a little bit. I got that apart. Gotta find it somewhere in my toolbox.
Lay down. Get up there and lay down. Jump up and lay down. Jump up there. Lay down.
I went to the wedding yesterday. It was all you can eat street tacos. Pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They had an open bar too. It was everything was free. Yeah, I felt like I was at a convention. They were like giving out all this like free little like goodie bag type stuff. Got some bottle openers. I got some fans.
Wow.
Felt like I was at a Vegas convention.
Is it over there like here, like when you have like an open bar, like is the couple that's getting married responsible for you till you get home, or
The who?
like the people that hosting the wedding, like the wedding people?
No, it's your responsibility because it's a private event.
Oh, okay.
Where did they have it at?
At a blueberry farm here in town.
Blueberry farm, huh?
There's a farm right out in the outskirts of town that has a blueberry farm, and they have it all set up for weddings and stuff. It was pretty nice. I mean, it could have used some upgrades just from me critiquing it while I was there, but other than that, it was a really nice like little venue.
So you went to the actual wedding, or did you just go to the reception?
No, I went to the wedding.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
wasn't
went for
there.
the tacos.
Yeah, I wasn't in the wedding or anything. I just went. We went and watched it, and then we went to the reception and I had a couple drinks and a couple plates of tacos. It was pretty good.
Were the couple happy to be married, or?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they seemed to be pretty happy. So Sarah's friends with the girl that got married. So
Oh, okay. Did
she works with her.
Sarah work with her?
Yeah, she works with them.
Okay. They don't have any kids together?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
No, because the moms both brought up in their little speeches yesterday, they're waiting on grandbabies. He's like, "Can't I just get married first?"
Well, there will be one coming after tonight. After last night.
Probably. Most likely. Back up there for right now. Oh, I love this iFixit kit, man. This thing is so nice. I've used it so many times.
Yeah, my daughter's is coming up too, July 12th. It's coming fast.
I gave a guy one of my old Ryzen 5 CPUs I had, and he gave me a iFixit kit, which is like a $70-$80 kit.
Yeah.
Got all the little pry tools and everything in there for doing electronics.
Nice.
Hey.
It's even got a grounding wrist for grounding yourself when you're working on stuff. But I've used it so many times, and he's like, "Man, I never used it." He goes, "I had two of them that my brother gave me." He goes, "I never use them." He goes, "I'll trade you." I said, "All right, I'll take one." And I've used it so many times since I gotten it. And I found my double-sided. I don't know if any of y'all remember, but a few months ago I was looking for double-sided super glue tape made by T-Rex.
Yeah,
The dollar store finally got it back in.
nice.
That shit is amazing. It's almost like Scotch tape thick, right? It's really thin.
Hmm.
It's like this thin as Scotch tape, but it's like it's like 10 times stronger than any like command strip or anything you would use. Really strong shit.
Is it even better than that stupid alien tape? I don't know if you
Oh,
guys.
dude, it'll blow alien tape out the fucking water, dude. It's
Oh wow!
literally, it's literally double-sided tape with super glue on it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, let me show you. I'll pull it up on Amazon. Let me say hi to everybody. Edward, Brenda, let's see. Everybody else is on the panel. All right, let me see here. Oh yeah, no, that's not it. Where's that?
Because that stupid alien tape is not what they say, man.
No, that alien tape is crap.
Hmm.
I have a few rolls out in the garage, and I've never used it once or twice, and then pretty much threw it out there and left it.
It doesn't hold the stuff that they say it holds. I can tell you that.
Amazon has it, but you can't see it because of the packaging that they have it in. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, sure, here. Yeah, dude, this is the best and strongest double-sided tape you'll ever buy in your life. This
Okay.
shit is awesome.
Hold it there so I can take a picture.
T-Rex, it's called, huh?
T-Rex super glue double-sided tape, and it actually has super glue on it. And I'm
Thank
telling you, command strips, double-sided 3M tape, none of it holds a fucking candle to this shit. Once you put something on it, and you put it where you want it to go, it's gonna stay there, and it
Does,
will rip paint and shit off trying to get it off.
does it have a cure time? In other words, you put it where you
It's
want
instant,
it?
instant.
Okay.
I mean, but it is strong as shit because, like I said, it's actually coated with a slight super glue. Yeah, that's really good though. Like, but you got to make sure you got your shit lined up and everything wherever you're gonna put whatever item it is before you press it down on it. So once you press down on it, you're gonna end up ripping the wall off trying to get it off.
Wow, that's cool.
And it's only like $5 a roll, and it's quite a bit too because it's like I said, it's like Scotch tape. It's pretty paper thin, so you do get quite a bit in that roll.
Thanks.
It's
T-Rex.
you get five. How many yards is it? Hold on. So you get one roll, which is 4.5 meters or 5 yards.
So you get 5 yards of tape, and what's the cost?
$5.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, it's not bad. But like I said, whatever you stick it on, you better make sure you have that shit lined up. Like,
Now, does it come in different colors like black or white or just white?
no, that's just clear.
Oh, it's
That's
clear. Okay.
yeah, because when you peel the white, you have to peel that white paper off. So you put your one side on wherever you want it to go, and then you peel the white paper off the other side, and you stick it to whatever you want to stick it to.
Okay.
But it's like a clearish, almost with a yellowish tint to it because of the super glue. But
Edward is asking, so that tape is non-removable, right?
yeah, that shit's permanent, Edward. Yeah, it's not like a command strip, but if you want something permanently on something, it's worth using. If you want something just up on the wall, like a picture or something you want to take down later, I wouldn't use it for that. But, you know, if it's a shelf, something you want to put up on the wall that's going to be there for a long time, like a little small shelf to hold something, it'll definitely do the job.
Can I hold my TV up on the wall?
I don't know. If you use enough of it, probably could.
Go lay down. Go lay down. Get up, lay down.
Ooh.
Go lay down. Go lay down.
Oh man, I had a rough game last night. Oh,
What was her name?
hey, hockey game.
Yeah, you must have, you probably missed it, Justin, but he plays a men's hockey league game.
Oh, I would have figured women's, but okay.
He's you play right wing or left wing?
Left wing. Oh man,
Did you score?
I scored 2 goals, but I almost ended up in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, an
Why? What did you do?
18-year-old came and body checked me. I was close to the boards. I lost my balance when I fell. I hit my head against the boards really hard, man. Knocked me out for
wow.
a few
Oh, damn.
seconds. Yeah, I was knocked out for a few seconds.
I remember one time I was I think I was playing left wing at the time because I usually play defense, but for some reason I was up on the left wing and I was skating down the boards towards the goal with the puck, and all of a sudden either I tripped or I got tripped, and I went head first like that, and I was watching where the puck was going, and I went head first into the end boards. Boom.
Yeah.
And I was flopping around on the ice, and
I was trying to avoid a hit, but it didn't work. He came flying at me, man. Then after he came and apologized, but I was just knocked down. What saved me was the helmet.
yeah, the helmets were good, but in the old days they weren't much of a helmet, not like today's. You know, they were just
Yeah.
they were like a crown. So did your team win?
Yeah, we won 6-3, so it was good. So their next game is next Saturday, the playoffs. So
So you're probably going to play again.
no, I'm done.
You
It's
you, you decided you're not available.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you know, when you get screwed up that bad, whether it's football, hockey, or whatever it is what goes to your mind is this is not worth it. I'm not being paid. I've got to
Yeah,
pay.
exactly. I'm almost 50, so you know what I mean, like.
Now, Mark, he plays soccer no matter what.
Yeah, right. Mark hasn't played soccer since school.
Why is Mark talking in the third person?
That's the reason he doesn't play soccer anymore.
Didn't
So
play
how's the weather over there, Mark?
cold.
Justin said, you said it's going up into the 80s today, Justin?
Yeah, it's normal for this time of year.
Wow.
Here is -5 and windy.
Not a
12 degrees. 12 degrees centigrade feels like 7 degrees with 20 to 35 mile an hour winds, like I said before.
Is
I'll
that
make
plus
that
side or
20 to 38 mile an hour winds.
Mark? Is that plus side or minus side?
Oh, it's plus temperature, yeah.
Oh, just I'm gonna order that tape and I'm gonna put my computer monitors on the wall. If they fall, it's gonna be your fault.
Don't blame me for that shit. I specifically said small thing.
You said it holds everything, so
Yeah, so did the guy on the flex tape commercials. We all know how that ends.
yeah.
Billy Mays. No, that wasn't Billy Mays. That was Billy Mays was the one that died.
He died, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm thinking, what's the hell's the dude that does the flex tape commercials?
The big guy, right? You're talking about the big guy, right?
Yeah, he's very similar to Billy Mays with like his like energy and everything he puts on camera. Just can't think of his damn name offhand.
When they tape that boat and put it on the water,
Oh yeah, he'd be doing some outrageous shit sometimes.
or that freaking spray. I bought a can, doesn't even do nothing.
You're like, look, we taped up a thermonuclear bomb with flex tape.
Mm.
He'd be doing some crazy shit with that flex tape. Now I'd buy some of that tape just to have it around because it is really good tape.
Just keep it on the shelf, right?
I got a whole drawer just full of like all kinds of different adhesives and tapes, and I keep just for if I need something.
Yeah, no, we're back on British summertime again now, so we're back to 5 hours again.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he went from 4 hours difference from us back to 5.
Yeah.
Man, I was liking the 4 hour difference. It was
It
making
was
it
quite
easier.
handy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was making it easier setting up game times with everybody over in the UK. Extra hour made a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at 1 o'clock this morning, it became 2 o'clock this morning.
Oh, I hate when it goes forward. I love when it goes backwards, especially if you're working.
Yeah.
But going forward sucks. Because the first couple of days you're just like drowsy and tired. You're like, oh.
Well, it meant Bill's show finished at 4 o'clock this morning today.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you're
wow.
somebody, well, technically, if you're somebody like you or Paul that are retired and you guys don't really have to get up, it's an easy transition. But I would say it's a little easier.
Oh, it's all in your mind.
Well, I mean, when you're working, you're literally having to get up. But I was lucky because I think the when the clocks changed here, I think it was during the weekend. I want to say it was on a Saturday.
It's always a Sunday morning, just after midnight on a Sunday morning.
Okay. I remember it being on a weekend.
It was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Ours is at the beginning of March. Your guys is at the end.
And I think Dominic's time changes in another week, I think it is.
Yeah, dude, their time changes are weird as fucking Australia because
And his is going back, so it means a big difference again there.
Yeah, because Australia's going through fall starting.
yeah, but the Australia's time zones are weird where like the US's are all like, 2 hours apart, 3 hours apart. Where Australia, some of their like province or states or whatever will be like a
Like
half hour
one and a
difference.
half hours, yeah.
Yeah, or like a half hour difference. It's like, what the fuck? Be
That's
like 5
crazy.
o'clock here or 5:30 there. And they've got like fucking what, like 5 or 6 time zones part of the year, I think. And then when the clocks change, it goes down to like 3 because there's 2 or 3 states that don't do the time changes.
Yeah,
So it
something like that.
creates, yeah, it
Oh.
creates like 6 time zones or some shit.
No, Boone, lay down.
So Mark, so 1 o'clock at your time is 8 o'clock our time here. My time, right? It's 5 hours, right?
Backwards, yeah.
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 8 in the morning, your time is 1 o'clock in the afternoon hours. Because it's 2:30 now.
And Paul time would be 2 o'clock.
Paul's
It's,
the same as you.
yeah, it's 9:30 in the morning here.
Yeah, no, Paul's ahead an hour for me.
Is it?
Yeah,
9:30 a.m.
it's 8:30 here.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm 6 hours from you because it's 2:30 here.
Oh, okay, 6 hours.
So
So-
Ed, your central time, is that?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it had been America, it'd been central, yeah.
Well, technically, we have what, 6 time zones because Alaska and Hawaii both have their own, obviously, because they're not nowhere near the
Yeah.
continental United States. And then we got the 4 in the United States. But technically, I guess you could say there's 5 because Arizona's always on their own bullshit. So,
Yeah, they never change, yeah.
yeah.
I think, Ed, you'll be on the same time as Joe.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah,
Joe's an hour behind us.
I don't know what the weather's like in Houston because they're not playing the golf yet.
it's probably raining over there.
They're showing one of the indoor tournaments that Live Golf have.
The hell's an indoor turn? They got a fucking golf course indoors?
It's a tee and a green and a great big screen
Green where you drive it into
that
the
they hit
screen.
balls at. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a simulator type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, a lot of I've seen people that have those actually in their houses, like they have setups
Yeah.
you can buy.
Except for the thing that this screen is the size of a house.
Yes. Huge.
Yeah,
They're actually in like it's almost like they're on a hockey pitch, which has been grassed out. Well, it's been turfed. I think they've actually got real grass in there as well.
I suppose it depends on how much money you have, how elaborate it is.
well, the ones
Well,
I've seen are probably about 200 by 200. The ones that people have in their houses, I would say 200 inches or so.
Well, it's a team tournament with 4 players on each team. and the winning team gets $21 million.
Wow. That's
When
run
does,
off a projector, right? Justin? That screen?
do what?
It's run off a projector, right?
Yeah, I think so. I've never seen one in person. I've just seen videos of them. People had them in their houses.
Yeah, they have a projector and then a
Projector.
sensor that points at the ball that works out the spin rate and the ball speed of the club hitting it to decide how far and what direction it's going in.
No.
It's pretty complicated, I suppose.
Cool.
A lot of the pros use the same kind of sensor tracker on the practice tees when they're playing as well to get exact yardages of how far they're hitting it with each club.
Brenda said that's not live TGL. I don't know what that is. I don't know what she meant by that.
Yeah, live, LIV,
Okay.
tournament golf, I think.
Tournament golf ball.
I'm not sure that it's the Arabs that decided they wanted to set up their own tour for golfers and managed to entice a lot of the big professionals across because of the amount of money they were offering in prize money. And it caused a big upset between the USPGA and Live Golf. And they said, right, well, if you're going over there to that tour, you can't play in any of our tour events. But they've been having lots of talks. It's been going on for a year or so, maybe more. Well, they've started letting them come back in again now.
So, like the Arab countries set up their own league, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Which would have been like Kuwait, fucking Saudi Arabia,
It was
like all the oil-rich country.
It was
oil-rich one.
It was some prince in, I think it was Saudi. I'm not sure that did it all.
Or I could see it be the United Arab Emirates too.
Yeah.
One of those two, yeah.
Greg Norman, the Australian, is the executive officer of it.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not good for him.
Why Bryson DeChambeau isn't playing in many of the events in America at the moment because he's in that.
Yeah, it's probably whoever's offering the most money. So
Yeah.
But it's probably better in the long run if they work together. Because then they could do like where they could have people like on each tour play and then do like a world tournament where kind of like football does with the two leagues, multiple leagues.
Well, they do anyway, really. I mean, you've got the European tour, you've got the Asian tour, you've got the Australian tour, you've got the African tour. So you've already got a lot of different tours. It's just that most of them all work to the same rules, except for Live Golf, who decided that all their matches were going to be team and individual and only 3 rounds instead of 4. So they don't include them in the world ranking points because they're not playing the same tournaments. But they're earning a lot more money because the prize money is a lot more over there. but there was a lot of problems with it because they weren't getting the world ranking points. It meant that they weren't getting points to be able to play in the Ryder Cup. So they were losing some of their best players that played in the Ryder Cup.
Are you on camera? Get off camera because I'm.
Well, they should have. They should have started. They should have teed off in Texas by now. Weather must be bad again.
Is that a PGA golf tournament?
Which one? Texas.
Oh. Texas.
Yeah, it's the Texas Children's Houston Open. I think the Texas Children's is a children's hospital or something that sponsors it. Well, they lost time on Friday afternoon when the weather was bad. But they played for most of the day yesterday. Well, it must have turned bad again. I don't know. What time would it be? Echo, what time is it in Houston?
In Houston, it's 8:39 a.m.
Okay, because it says that it's third round starts at 10 a.m.
The third round's finished. It's the fourth round today.
Is that the finals, Mark, or does they have more?
Yeah, there's 4 rounds in every golf tournament.
So today is the last one then.
Yeah. They play Thursday, Friday, and then there's a cup, and like the top 70 or 80 players go through to the Saturday, and they play Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, cool.
Today's Sunday, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Last Sunday of the month.
Tomorrow's the last day of the month. And Justin's going to get ribbed on Tuesday morning when he goes back. April Fool's Day.
Yeah, the school's going to be canceled. He's going to get up and drive home.
But didn't you say you don't have to go back to school on the 1st?
I'll go back. No, I go back to school on the 1st. Tomorrow's the 31st.
Oh, okay. But you don't have school on the 31st. Okay.
No, I gotta take Sarah to her appointment in Tampa. So.
Yeah, it must be 10 a.m. when it tees off.
No, it says
It's 1600 is the first tee time here.
Yeah.
Sunday is at 11 a.m. to 6.
10 a.m. your time.
11 a.m.
Yeah, but it'd be 10 a.m. Ed's
Yeah,
time.
it's 10 a.m. in Texas though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Well, because so many of the big players went over to live, half of the people playing on the tour now you've never heard of before.
Hey, they might find some good players, though. Some people might be getting an opportunity they never got before.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Might find some diamonds in the rough.
Well, there's a couple of good players that are showing form at the moment that are fairly new into the top tier. It's really weird the way they're doing this. They get on the simulator and they hit the ball down the fairway, and then they play from the mats and hit it at the green. And then they walk across to where they've built a green and put the balls in the relative places, either in the bunker they've got or at the edge of the green or so far away from the pin, whatever. And they actually play then on a putting green.
Well, eventually, I would imagine the AI will catch up to where you're just standing there. And if you're driving the ball, you stand there and you drive the ball. And it shows where it went on the screen, not the screen, but virtually. And then when it's time to chip the ball or do a second drive, you just swing and hit the second drive, and it goes where it's going to go. And then it's time to putt it. You just putt the ball, and it goes where it goes.
Mm.
It'll all be done virtual.
Yeah, not as much fun.
No, because the players could be anywhere. They could be in their hotel room, or they could be at home playing.
Oh yeah, they use them for practice all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an indoor driving range. You don't have to go outside.
Mm.
Kind of makes you wonder how accurate that system is to, because you really couldn't compare it to real life, I guess. Because it's like you'd have to have two shots exactly the same to know how accurate it is.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to allow for wind conditions and the temperature, because the temperature affects the flight of the ball as well.
Eventually, though, AI will catch up, and they will know what the temperature is, what the wind speed is, what the daylight is, all that stuff.
You don't need AI for that. You can just put that in with a computer.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the computer will have all that information. I'm just glad I'm not going to be around to see it, because I'm too confused as it is right now.
Me, I wish I could have been born in like another 200 years.
You say that now.
I would love to see where the world's at in like 200 years with technology.
20 years from now, Justin, everything's going to be robotic. You're going to have robots walking down the street.
It'd be awesome. I embrace that kind of stuff though.
I'm awake, John. I'm awake. Did you guys get lots of snow and freezing rain in Ottawa?
What's up, JDS?
JDS.
I'm awake.
Well, it's because our chit chat's not going as fast as what some people would like, but you know, the thing of it is that the people on the panel here, anybody's welcome to join. Comment or make comments on specific things that are said or referred to. Right now on the screen, I don't think we have a rambler. Now, on occasion, we have some people that will ramble on and ramble on and ramble on and ramble on and ramble on. But there's nobody here not like that right now.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a good thing because at least it keeps the conversation going.
Yeah, but is it then a conversation or a lecture?
Yeah, I don't know. I've rambled on before and nobody on the damn panel says anything. Y'all just sitting there. I just sit and talk to the chat by myself.
Yeah, I mean, we rarely talk about any drones unless a Rod comes on.
The only reason the chat doesn't say anything half the time is because a lot of times you guys aren't watching it and they get frustrated because nobody's paying attention to it or answering them. That's why I try to pay attention to it when I'm in here.
I read it. I read it.
Well, I mean, a good thing to do though, if you're like watching the chat and keeping an eye on it, even if it doesn't pertain to you, like just repeat it because they like to hear that, you know.
Here
Because
comes
nobody
Joe,
pays atten-
fresh from Johnny's show.
Nobody pays attention to the chat, Nick.
Morning, Joe.
I'll tell you
TJ, good
the-
morning,
Morning.
TJ.
What's up, TJ?
Yeah,
I
I'm
pay
glad to see
attention
you
to
don't
the
have a
chat.
black
Hey,
eye
TJ.
there, Ed.
No black eye, but I almost ended up in the hospital. So
He went hard into the boards and hit his head.
Joe, I pay attention to the chat when I'm in here. I blocked you immediately as soon as you came in and said hi.
No.
not
Just
that
do
hand,
visual effects.
Joe. Not that hand. Where's your little toy?
Oh, you see the big ass ducky guys. Things like the size of a fucking computer monitor. Really.
Oh,
You haven't seen that before, Ed? That's great.
oh, that's cool. Is that a whole fist?
Yeah, it's a hand like this, and then a beak on the end of the finger.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I got little ones. I got little ones like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I got one like this.
Did you
And
make
then
some?
when it gets out of hand, I get the big one.
Did you make some to send it to the meetup?
Actually,
Give
didn't
away?
send none to the meetup.
Oh,
That's the one thing I didn't do. I had 4 or 5. I could have gave them from over here.
TJ. Yeah, stranger danger, exactly, Dusty.
good morning, East Coast.
Dusty.
But TJ yells every time they try to offer him candy.
Good morning,
Danger,
Laura.
danger.
I was talking to you, Justin.
What's up,
Well,
Laura?
where's TJ at? Why is he not in here?
I have no idea.
He
He's
wasn't
in bed.
working yesterday either, and he was just kicking back, not coming on.
He's in bed still, Joe.
Well, that's what happens. He gets into management. He's too good for us.
Hey, can't fix stuff. Did you guys get lots of frozen rain yesterday?
JDS. That's JDS.
I've already screenshot all your messages, JDS. Saw everything you said about Joe.
So what do you consider as frozen rain? Hailstone?
Oh, they had bad out there in towards this area. No power. All the trees were breaking off because of all the ice on it.
Yeah, wouldn't frozen rain essentially just be like hail or ice?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's ice. Yeah.
it's like a snowball machine spitting ice.
Sorry, man. I call it frozen rain. Okay.
Frozen hydro. What do you call it? Frozen hydro?
Knock down power.
That's like
yeah.
over in the UK, they call our biscuits scones, and they
See,
call
look, see,
our scones
GDS,
something else. I don't know.
see, GDS said 15 millimeters of ice. See,
Oh, here we go with the 15 millimeters. Feet, man, feet.
that's not feet, that's millimeters.
They're similar to scones, but they're not sweet, and they're not. Our scones are soft rather than crunchy like your biscuits, so there is a difference, but they look the same.
You just have the names mixed up. That's all.
So, GDS, you had power all night? The power was on? Because my brothers in Barrie, Ontario, they didn't have power for overnight.
I managed to.
And by the way, there, Justin, when you get your age, millimeters sound better than inches. Gives you at least more.
Yeah, but with me, it just sounds like too much.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. The
All
girl
right.
tells me just put the tip in. That's good because that's all I got left.
CJ said he goes in at 12 o'clock. So he must.
Yeah, it just don't want to come on. You don't want to laugh. That's what it is.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. 6,500. Wow. That's a lot of watts.
What does he mean he has 6,500 watts?
Backup power.
Generator, I guess.
Oh.
On one leg, bro. Yeah, 6,500 watts. Come on, TJ, come up for a bit. You don't have to leave yet. Holy smokes, he'll do 3 houses? Wow. That's a lot of power.
Johnny asked me. He said, "Are you gonna go flying today?" I said, "Johnny, we got the same weather. Look outside."
Yeah, the generator they were running Walmart off of that one time during the hurricane. The guy told me, he said you could run about 10 or 15 houses off that thing. Because it was the size of an 18, it was literally just a massive generator built inside of a tractor trailer. Thing was fucking huge. He's like, yeah, you could pretty much run almost a whole city block on it. I was like, damn.
I want to go flying today.
Me too.
I'll be flying tomorrow though, because I got to drop those pictures off to the team at 3 o'clock. So my plan is to go out there around noon, maybe. Might go visit my sister because she's right there, or I might just go hang out at Heritage Park and catch the trains passing by. There'll be 2 or 3.
Me too, but it's too cold outside and it's too windy. Well, it's not cold, it's only -5, but it's windy.
That's about all we got going on here. Is just probably about a 10 mile an hour breeze. About it.
Laura Laura, what are you doing tomorrow? Are you flying tomorrow? Laura's saying, can people guess what I'm doing tomorrow? DJ.
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 What up, brother? What up? What up?
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, this
pretty
was a
good, that's
couple
pretty
months
good.
ago going on.
Hey, you guys take a guess what Laura's doing tomorrow?
She's going to the gynecologist.
She's meeting up with Gitchy, I bet.
Yeah,
Same.
probably.
She said she's meeting
Yeah,
up with
probably. He
someone.
doesn't even know.
I'm gonna assume it's Gitchy.
Hi, Laura.
I'm just agreeing with you guys. I'm just agreeing.
So you agree with me? She's going to the gynecologist? No.
No, wait, no. The second option. The second one.
She's going for coffee with TJ.
Coffee with TJ.
If you get there early enough, Laura, you can have a bowl of cereal with TJ.
Yeah, come have a big bowl of cereal with ease.
Yeah.
Justin, get it.
I think I remember Laura saying one time whenever she gets to meet me, she's gonna pinch my little cheeks.
Isn't that so cute? She's gonna.
That's so cute. Just squeeze my little cheek.
Yeah, it depends on what.
Cheeks. I thought she was going to pinch your other cheeks.
Hey,
That's what I was wondering. What cheeks you talking about?
whichever cheek
Yeah.
you want to squeeze. I mean, you know.
Oh,
Someday, Laura. Someday, when I become a millionaire, when I get a huge vault filled with a bunch of Benjamins all over it.
Well,
you
that
see
ain't
when you
happening.
get a huge ball?
That's what I was wondering he was talking about.
So where the fuck are you finding money at? There's just balls of money around.
Yeah, I just like go out there and start digging. Like when I hit something metal, I'm like, oh, there must be a treasure in there.
Look what
No.
Laura said. TJ, I was
Yeah,
struck when I said that.
Yeah, like squeezing my cheek.
I wonder what the hell he was on about with Benjamin's then, but yeah, Benjamin Franklin. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was gonna when he digs up metal shit, he thinks that's just a gas main, TJ, in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be mad, but don't play with that.
I was wishing that would be a treasure box.
Yeah, don't take it out, TJ.
Yeah.
Cause problems.
You're gonna get a prize, all right?
That's a big old catfish, Ed.
Yeah, he was pretty big.
Damn.
He was almost the size of me.
How long ago did you catch that?
That was ice fishing, and that wasn't done last July.
No,
Ice fishing.
Oh.
that was about 2 years ago.
Oh.
And the
See,
funny part,
see behind them, the ice. You can see the tire marks where they drove out on the ice.
Yeah.
the funny part was we were packing up to leave when I got that,
You'd have to make
So
a
y'all had just gotten there?
and it was a small rod like this. You know the ice fishing rods.
He said they were
Yeah.
packing up the lead, TJ.
Yeah, we were packing up. to leave.
They were packing up to leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were-
I thought they were not.
So what
Yeah.
happens? What happens if you catch a fish that's too big to come through the hole you've made?
No, that one came out of an 8-inch hole. They slide, eh? They're like very slippery in the winter time. They got slime like Vaseline.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Like we were folding up the tent, and all of a sudden my rod just went like straight down.
When I was stationed in Hawaii, they had a fishing tournament all the time in Schofield Reservoir. It's a big freshwater area. And every species that you caught, there was a category. And one day I'm out there and everybody used to fish for the tilapia and for the bass and not worry about anything else. And I'm out there and I had something hit my bait And I was using a little spinner, a little small spinner, and I pulled it up and I had a perch about this big. And I got it, somebody used it for bait, and I looked at it and I said, I'm not using it for bait, and I threw it in the ice chest, right? When we got in, nobody caught a perch. So I showed it to them, I won that category with perch this big. You know, I actually have it. I had a friend of mine that knew how to do taxidermy. He cleaned it up and everything, and he preserved it like that, and it's glued to the trophy on the outside of the trophy. It's boxed up. I'll show it to you, but it's all boxed up. But it was glued to the outside of the trophy, so to show you the actual fish that won. And then I was out there another one, and I'm fishing in this little channel in the back. It's a little branch off, and I had seen something move in that area. So I'm same kind of thing, and I get a hit, and it jumps off. I said, okay, never came out, so I'm going back. So I threw it back again. As soon as it hit, man, that thing took off, right? And I'm fighting this thing, and water splashing. Water. This is the thing that threw us off. Water was splashing and everything. And I asked the guy, I said, what's the record in here for a bass? He said, that one right there, the one you got. I said, yeah, I kind of think so. That's how big it felt, right? And when I pulled it in, I'll show you what I had. I didn't have a bass. And I don't understand how it did all. The water was shallow. But that's what I
Oh,
caught.
wow.
Wow. GDS, I
And
would eat that fish.
Yeah, the lure went all the way through, and it actually came out his gill and came back, and how it's got that hard bone right there. It was around the hard bone, so he couldn't spit it out. But I had to reach my hand all the way up in there to get it out.
Have you guys ever seen a catfish in person?
I have.
Oh, yeah.
And
I haven't seen one that big, but I mean, they're like, I've seen one probably like about this size.
They're
Only the ones in my fish tank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be careful because of those fins and those bones, the spurs they have, the three of them, is for defending themselves from other fish. And we were out. I was going into my senior year of high school, and right off of Lake Pontchartrain, down by Little Woods, there's nothing but camps. It used to be nothing but camps. Katrina took every one of them out. They're all gone. So we had a camp out there. So we used to go out and we'd fish, crab, and everything. And this was my brother-in-law's camp, basically, the family camp. So I went out there, and his brother said, I'm going to do the crab net. You want to take a ride? I said, sure. So I jumped in the boat, and I'm in the boat, and I'm gonna take the crabs out, right? And as we get to the second one, I'm shaking the crabs. I'm not paying attention. I'm worried about the crabs biting me. That's what I'm worried about. So I'm shaking the crabs out the net, and I look down, and one of them's got the catfish head, right? Now, the rule of thumb is when you're using a catfish head for crab bait, you clip the things off because you could be grabbing that and shaking it and everything else. And I'm banging on it like this, and I'm not looking at it. I'm banging on it because it's one crab, big crab, holding on, right? So I just went. And when I did that, I felt the pain, like just a look, and coming through my hand was the thing.
Oh, the spike, yeah.
Went right through my hand. I went, who put these? I looked up and said, who put these damn heads in here? And Robbie said, me. I said, well, look at my hand.
That was TJ's version of a black hole.
What are you talking about? Hole. This thing had me like that, and there's no moving it, right? Because it's got the backward spikes.
That's pretty good.
So I'm sitting there, and it started to hurt. So I said, come on, let's go in. So we went in, got a pair of clippers, and clipped the bottom part, right? First off, my brother-in-law said, let's see if I can pull it out since it went all the way through. And he's pulling, I said, stop. Just cut it. So we tried to pull it through the other way, and it wouldn't come through. It was just stuck. Wound up having to go in the hospital. They had to take x-rays to see where it was, to see what it was touching and everything before they fooled with it. And they went in and did a little slit with a little bitty blade in between so they could cut the barbs where the barbs were. They just took it right out, right? But they told me, they said, you may have, I said, because my hand, they said it may have some nerve damage and everything. I said, well, I played the clarinet. They said, good luck. But never did affect it.
So those barbs probably are still in your hand.
No, they're gone. They're gone. Because they like I said, they pulled it out, took x-rays and checked everything.
Yeah,
Boy, he talking about pain.
you said that they couldn't get all of the little nubs in it.
No, they went along you can't pull it out because of the nubs. They went down with a knife and cut right next to the nubs so that they could move it around. And they took it out, then they x-rayed it and checked everything.
Oh, okay.
The only good point in that whole story is the fact that the nurse that was washing my hand and cleaning my hand and all of that, she was pretty hot.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Hey, TJ, I got a dance for you. Here you go.
You gotta wax that. What the?
I didn't see TJ doing that.
And he has a backpack to go with it too.
Yeah. TJ's getting ready to head out for the fly-in.
Oh, that's funny.
That's pretty funny.
I can just picture him doing that too. Like,
Yeah. The thing is Joe, you're probably good enough to take that clip, take out all the things around it, and then have TJ superimposed on top of it, heading for the Florida meetup.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
with his new backpack.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I think I'm gonna let my hair grow again. I think I'm gonna do that again.
That's funny.
There's Joe.
That's you, Joe. You look like those that guy from Canadian.
If that would be white, I would do it. But if that person to stay white, I'd do it. You know?
That's funny.
You look like that guy from the Canadian.
Oh goodness.
That they go crabbing through the
That's
ocean.
funny.
No. No.
Go ahead, TJ, get going here.
I know. That's funny. I know. That's pretty funny. That's funny.
The worst thing happened over the weekend for DJI.
Oh goodness.
Elise Stefanik, the one that's been doing all these bills, they were making her the ambassador to the United Nations, right?
Yep.
And because something happened where a couple of people have dropped out in the new elections, just to be safe, they pulled her name, so she's staying in Congress. I was hoping she was out of Congress. Now she's gonna be back in there trying to do bills for DJI again.
Well, I guess we just got to hope that DJI win the legal action.
I don't know enough about her or the case. So,
Well, she's the one that's been putting all the bills out.
DJ, did you?
She's the one that's been writing all the initial bills to ban DJI.
What?
Stefanik, she's the one that got the ones passed. Again, it was her bill that was in the Senate that was about to go into the Senate defense bill. So she's the main culprit. And the person that her aide that works for her used to work for Skydio. So it's follow the money type of thing.
You want to hear TJ's favorite song? There you go, TJ.
TJ.
And he's going.
Oh shit. Uh-oh, he's gonna pee up his pants.
What?
Yeah. It's not even raining. It's just nasty looking.
Funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
There comes the tears.
And you know what's gonna happen, right? Paul's gonna be playing around like that, and he's gonna have to go to the bathroom. He's gonna pee on himself. What? He's gonna backfire.
Yeah, I don't have
out that chair.
I don't have a cereal bowl remote like emote,
Oh.
but I'm assuming this is what TJ looks like when he's dancing around a cereal.
What the? Oh shit!
Dude, he laughs so hard his mic like just shits itself.
I know.
The cats all run for the closet.
The neighbors are gonna come and knock on his door. Are you okay? Are you okay over there?
Hey Justin, you know how the chairs have 5 wheels on the bottom, and that when you if you get them in the right angle, you could actually flip out of them. Paul's gonna be rocking back and forth one of these days, and you're gonna flip out.
Oh damn it! That's what I forgot to get. The other day I was gonna
Forgot to buy them, huh?
Damn it! I keep forgetting. Oh, I gotta put a set of those in my cart so I can get them next week. Keep forgetting to get those.
I know, right? Look at their veins.
I'll put it in my save for later so I remember.
Joe, get your laugh on, Joe.
Holy shit, he's still going.
He's going. He's going. They put a timer on it. It's a half hour.
I'll do silver and black. Yeah, silver and black probably look.
That's that's pretty good. That's funny.
Take a big breath. Take a big breath, TJ. Go.
You can see the veins in his forehead start to pop. Watch him.
Why is Paul's mic cutting out now?
It's not.
Sounded like it.
It was. I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was there for a bit.
Oh, that's funny.
Uh-oh.
That's
See, and now if he would have been, if he would have been eating cereal, that would have been a choking hazard. Right there.
Yeah, TJ, get a marker and put on your cereal boxes. That warning: do not eat cereal while you're laughing, doing the giggle.
Yeah, that's funny.
Warning.
Oh, look at those.
That's funny.
Dude, I might get those to the bottom of my fucking computer.
Might get what for the bottom of your computer?
Hold on. Fucking Streamlabs pulled up on the wrong button. Hold on, let me see. Let me go to Amazon real quick.
JDS enjoys you going on a tangent there, TJ.
I know he does. That's funny. That's pretty good.
DJ, you got to add something to that. Who,
I know.
me, who.
That's good.
I'm talking about these things right here. I might get those for the bottom of my computer, the little self-adhesive caster like wheels.
Oh, you put those on and then it rolls around.
Yeah, it's like a big ball
Why would you
bearing,
want
it looks
to?
like.
Why would you want to roll your computer around?
It's just sort of if I have to move it back or something, to get to a cable or something, I can just slide it forward.
And during an earthquake, it just rolls off by itself.
During an earthquake.
But no, I want to put something on the bottom because I don't have wheels.
Those look like little like little portals or something you could look through or something. I don't know.
It's like a big ball bearing, pretty much.
Yeah.
So what happens if you bump into it? It just starts rolling itself.
It's not going to where it's at.
Well, it shows you all different things you
But
can
how-
use it for, right?
But how are you gonna put that on your computer desk? Do you have legs that big enough that size?
On my computer desk.
That's just on the computer itself.
Yeah, on the bottom of the tower. So I can move my computer tower forward if I need to get behind it.
Is it just?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
For $7, it's worth trying. So
I thought you meant like your
sitting
computer
flat
desk
on the ground?
legs.
Is it just sitting flat on the ground right now, Justin?
it's not on the ground, it's up on my desk. But
On the desk.
it would be nice if I could just grab it and gently pull it forward than having to pick it up and move it. I don't know. For
Yeah.
$7, I'd be willing to try those.
For the computer tower, yeah, it makes sense. But I thought you meant like for the legs of the computer.
Oh, no. This desk is heavy as shit. It would take a lot more than those to move it.
Yeah, mine is just sitting on the floor right now. I'm gonna order that tape that Justin said, and I'm gonna stick it to the wall. My tower.
You do what you want. I didn't tell you to do that.
No, you said this morning it holds everything, so I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna put my monitors on the wall and my tower. If it falls, it's all your fault.
You better get more than one roll of tape then. I actually have confidence that if there was enough on there, it would hold it. But you'd have
Maybe
to
it
use
would.
a hell of a lot.
Does it say anywhere in the directions per square inch how much weight that it'll hold?
I didn't see that on the packaging when we were talking about it.
I'm looking at the place I get my stickers from, right? And I'm
Yeah,
looking at
that's a
putting
nice
the new
shirt you got
sticker in
on there,
there.
Joe. Pretty nice shirt you got.
Thank you. It's the South Florida.
Heck yeah, that's pretty awesome.
But I'm looking at the price of them, right? And I just let them sit there because I said I want 2.5 inch. I don't want a big 3-inch one. I want a smaller one. And I had them sitting in the court, so they sent me a thing saying use this code save 20, you get 20% off, right? So I typed in save 20, knocks $10 off, because it'd be $49 for 200 stickers, right? And I said, let me try something. Only save 30. It works and knocks $15 off. I said, well, let me try save 40. It don't work.
Yeah, you got greedy.
Yeah, so I can get $15 off, so $44 for 200 stickers. Custom die cut, 2.5 inches. I'm thinking about it. God darn it. The radar says no rain. I'm looking outside the rain. Come on.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna rain here today.
TJ,
Okay,
what?
yes, have a good one.
What?
GDS is going to bed.
JDS, take care. What
Yeah.
drone are you flying, TJ?
I got all of them. I got my Mini 2. I got my Air 2S. I got the Avata, and then I got the Neo.
Oh,
Oh, Joe's
Yeah.
favorite.
oh, the Neo's your favorite, right?
Well, it's not.
It's his
I mean,
favorite.
I like flying the Avata, and then I like flying my Air 2S.
Well, you bought the Neo because Joe told you to, right?
Well, no, it was because I didn't ask.
You didn't
for-
buy
I
it.
didn't say anything like, "Oh, I want a Neo," or I wasn't like begging for one. What it was I think it was like on Johnny's show or somebody's show. They were all talking about the Neo. I think Lon was talking about it, how bad it was going to be or whatever, because he didn't think it was going to be as good of a drone or whatever. And then Jeremy just chimes in and says, "Tej, I'll send you a Neo." I was like, okay. So he just sent me one.
Have you flown it?
Yeah, like I can fly it with my phone. It's kind of hard to fly with your phone because I don't have the controller. I don't have the type of controller to fly with the controller that it requires. I can only fly it with my phone. And I tried to have it follow when we went up to go see my mom, we were riding in the golf cart and we had the Neo up there. and we like it was just hovering. And I was like, why isn't the damn thing following us? Like, what the heck? So we had to turn around and go get it. And I just brought it down. It down.
TJ, you should ask Joe. He's an expert in that. He can teach you how to fly with
Yeah,
the
Joe knows everything there is to know about the Neo. In fact,
Like I can't. It was hard to make it go forward a little bit, but then like I can make it go up and down, like side to side. But
well, see, on the DJI site, they've got a link there to, if you have any questions about this drone, you contact Captain Joe.
okay.
Here's what I was showing you, Ed, right here. Hold on. So, wait, hold on. What's that picture? That one right there. So that's where my tower is.
Oh, nice setup, buddy.
So I just
Yeah,
wanna,
that's pretty cool.
I want to put the wheels under there so I can pull it forward if I need to get back there for anything.
See, that's what I want to. That's what I want to do with my with you, because I have the same little thing. I have this stand that Brad had printed one year that I had got it. I think it was like last year's meetup or whatever, and then I just put my award on there. But I don't know how I could put it to where it could be seen all the time or whatever.
Yeah, I want to do that with my washing machine.
Well, what you need to do is clear out that spare bedroom and make yourself a studio.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be out there bugging your wife when she's trying to watch TV and you're here fucking giggling up a storm on the live.
I know.
I think by now, though, she pretty much used to hearing him giggle.
Yeah, pretty much.
TJ, if you just wanted to say, clear out your room, set up that room, you could get like the desk I bought, that desk you just saw. I only paid $200 on Amazon.
Oh.
You can get a decent desk off Amazon for like $150, $200 and just set
That's not
yourself,
bad.
and then you could set your laptop and everything on it and be in there.
Well, I think like Goodwill and like all those other places, or like secondhand stores or whatever.
Go look for them.
Yeah, they always have good stuff.
I got this vision of TJ coming out of the Goodwill store with a desk over his shoulder, going, "I got it!
Yeah, you could go hit up some secondhand stores, see if they got
Can I
anything.
have that?"
Like I did with the torches.
Yes.
That I haven't used in since the last time I used them.
That's because there's a police report out on him.
if you're looking for torches, look for this guy. There is sitting out in his yard right now.
Was- Justin, was that an L-shape desk? Or just
Yeah, it actually has 3 different variations you can build it into.
nice?
You can do 2 different straight variations, and you can do oh no, you can do.
Uh-oh.
There's 1 straight variation, and there's 2 different ways you can do the L on it. So you can put the cabinets like on the other side if you want. Like you can switch it either direction. So it's got 3 different ways you can build it, depending on what you want. That's what's cool about some of the newer desks, like especially the gaming desks, like this one I bought, is they give you different options on how you want to build it, so you don't have to just have it one way, you know.
So Randy crashed his Tiny Loop, not hard, and the 04 air unit disconnected and won't reconnect.
Sounds like a first world problem. His toy broke.
I don't know. I'm sure somebody at the meetup, Randy, can help you with that situation.
There was one guy that came to the first meetup, and he had a whole fucking repair van with him. I can't remember who it was, but he had a big 16-passenger van, and he opened it up, and he had a workbench in there, a bunch of toolboxes. Like it was like a mobile mechanic fucking type shit, but it was set up for drones. You could work on the drones and put all your shit in there.
That's good though, because if somebody crashes, they can just go there and fix it, right?
Matty might be able to help you out with that. He's going to be working on one of his. He's going to be working on a drone at the meetup.
I can't remember the guy's name though.
Right. I mean, if you can't get it to reconnect, Randy, I'm sure Matty could help you out with that.
Let's see if I can find the photos from that.
TJ, do you have any of those small ones, those FPVs or whatever?
No, I just have the Avata. I mean, Matty would like to get me into, but I don't know if I could afford like all those parts and like doing all that soldering and all that shit. Like I don't even know how to solder really.
I don't know if you'd be able to figure out how to do all the soldering and the fixing and everything else.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I broke this, so how do I fix it?
I thought I had those photos on here.
You just send it to Justin. He'll fix it for you.
I don't work on drones. I'm sure I can figure it out.
Oh, got you, Randy. I got you.
I've
Okay.
never actually worked on one. Let me see. If I got the guy's van in one of these.
And I watched the video where this guy took a Mini 4 apart to replace the arms. Holy smokes. All that stuff that you have to take it out just to get to the arm.
Oh yeah, it's I've watched some videos of people doing it, and yeah, they look like a big pain in the ass.
Yeah, like, wow.
But I like doing stuff like that, so I'd probably have fun doing that. But I wouldn't want to do it on somebody else's drone that I don't, using it as a practice. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What is dog eating on your floor?
I don't have it. I don't have any pictures of that van. I was gonna see if I had any pictures on my Facebook with the dude's van in the background. Oh, hey, maybe you jarred something loose inside the air. You fucked it up. And aren't those Air 404 air units relatively new too? Like,
Yeah.
have they haven't really gotten much, I would say field time, have they? Like where people have learned all the little quirks and shit with them. How long have they been out for? Like a couple months, haven't they?
It's not long. Don't think it's 6 months yet.
What's up, Bill?
Morning, Uncle Bill.
Bill.
Morning, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, he's saying it's something in the air unit's fucked up. Yeah, I don't know if you could fix that then, unless there's a way to tear them apart and actually. I don't know if those are actually meant to be torn apart and fixed. You get any kind of warranty on those things though? Like, do you get since it's a DJI product, do you get any kind of like, what is it like? What is it? The fucking insurance through DJI? I don't
Yeah,
know.
refresh.
Yeah, do you get like any kind of refresh on those, Randy?
DJI Care Refresh.
I don't think so, because they're not fucking cheap. I thought they were like a couple $100 or something. One of those. I would think they would do some kind of care refresh on those. Like I said, I thought they were pretty expensive. I thought those things were around like 150, $200 for one of those units. Let's see, I'll go to Amazon on that. If they got them.
Go on DJI's website.
There's no CR on FPV products.
Oh, they're only 109 on Amazon. Okay. I thought they were more. I thought they were twice that. Oh, but there's two different ones. You got the O4 Air unit for VP drone digital transmission. Then there's a DJI O4 Air unit Pro. That one's 230. I don't know what the fuck the difference is, but oh, it's got a lower latency too. It says it's got 15 milliseconds, and the regular unit's got 20.
Well, on the
Uh,
size of Tiny Whoop that he's using, he might have used the naked one.
Oh, is there like a little mini version of it or something?
All
Oh,
he
okay.
did with, yeah,
Okay, so it's called the O4 Air Unit Lite.
yeah.
It's the $100 one. Okay. Then the Pro's yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, I remember seeing those for like $200, but okay, there's the Pro version. That's a lot of money just to spend on one part for a drone. Pay that $229 if you went with the Pro.
Wow.
Yeah, it just stopped working.
Randy, what's happening?
What's up, TJ?
Hey, Randy.
See,
Do they-
it's already tore down, Justin.
Do they have
What
care
did you-
refresh for those? Or no?
What'd you bump into?
Well, I was flying and I did a flip and I got close to this tree by my house and I disarmed it.
Oh,
Hold on.
so it was like right after you hit it, you disarmed it.
Right, and it was like 6 feet off the ground, and it just dropped to the ground and landed literally flat on the battery. Just boop. And the video, when I rearmed it, there was no video. Try to reconnect it, like rebind it, and it won't rebind. There's a little button on the side of the air unit. You push to rebind it, and it's supposed to turn red, and it just stays yellow.
Oh, huh.
So I'm
Is
gonna package it back up and send it back to DJI and tell them it just don't work.
Well, do they have care refresh on those or no?
There's no care refresh on FPV products.
Okay. Unless it's their pre-built FPVs. Okay.
Right.
So no, yeah, okay. You would think though, for as expensive as those units are, they would offer you some kind of care refresh on it.
Yeah, just like the goggles. There's no the care refresh on the goggles. If you order a DJI drone with goggles, the drone and the controller, the goggles aren't covered under the care refresh.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
it doesn't cover the remote either.
Nope. Just the
Wow.
drone
Wait,
itself.
That's
you-
crazy.
The
You
remote,
built that. You
you have
built
to
that
hope the
drone, right,
remote
Randy?
goes. If the
Yeah, I
remote
built it.
goes wrong, you have to hope
Oh.
it's in warranty.
Yeah, it's got to be something that
So-
They
went
do have
wrong
a
with it, not
2-year.
something.
They do have a 2-year warranty on them though.
That's
So
good to know.
if you build an FPV drone, you could put DJI Care Refresh under it.
No.
No,
Oh,
but you're saying, so yeah, but the only problem with the warranty on the controller though is it's nothing that you do to it. It's got to be something internal that fucks up on it.
Right. Like if you drop it and
Yeah.
break it, they're not going to cover it.
Yeah.
No. I mean, that's how I got that RC2 that didn't work.
Yeah, there's
Re-
literally
replaced.
there's not a scratch on it. There's nothing wrong with it, and it just quit working.
They had to have jarred something inside of it then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's small. It's pretty delicate.
so if you built it, how is DJI gonna what if you send it to DJI, what are they gonna do?
They're going to replace it because it's under warranty. I didn't solder onto this. The 04 air unit is plug and play. You mount it to the quad, and you just plug the 405 connector into it, and it works. So as long as you didn't solder onto it, nothing like that, there's no reason. You know what I mean? There's no reason they shouldn't replace it. I'm guessing.
Especially if there's no scratches or
Probably
anything
worth a
on it.
try anyway.
No, yeah, I'm gonna try.
If it's not showing any physical damage, then yeah, I'd try. If it was all like scratched up and fucked up and shit, then they'd probably be like, oh hell no.
Right. Yeah, I'm just irritated.
Actually, you'd probably be better buying those through Amazon then and using Amazon's insurance warranty on
Right.
those, because they'd only charge you for $100 item. They'd charge you maybe $10 for like a 2-year warranty. And if it breaks or anything, they'll just give you the $100 back, and you can buy another one. That's actually probably better for you to buy them from Amazon than buy them from DJI,
Yeah.
because you'd get the manufacturer warranty that you already have on it. Plus, you could get the little cheapy assurance warranty through Amazon. And then if it breaks or you crash and break it, that doesn't matter what you do to it. It's damage. They'll cover damage too. So if you break it, they'll give you your money back for it. It don't matter what you do to it, because that's what you're paying for. Let me see if they offer it, because I'm pretty sure they would. They do on 90% of their items.
I'm gonna hop on DJI website and see if I can start a repair ticket.
See if they offer it. See here. Oh, they're all out of stock though, so not showing. Yeah, they got a 2-year protection plan on it for $17. You can do, and it covers. Yeah, so if you were to crash it and just absolutely destroy it, it's covered under their warranty. I'd buy them through Amazon, dude. Fuck buying them through DJI.
I actually got this one from Rotorite because that's where I bought the flight controller, the frame.
Can you send it back to them and tell them that it's not working?
No, they're going to say contact DJI.
Yeah.
That's what they've done in the past.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I would probably just start buying them through Amazon. That's just my opinion. Because they offer that warranty for $16 and you don't have to pay. It's not like, it's not like DJI where you pay the warranty and then you have to pay a little bit more on top of that. You'll only be out the $16 if you get a replacement.
So no matter what happens, they'll replace it.
Yeah, it's covered under, it says there, accidental damage, all that.
Well, I might not be on later today.
And it's
Well,
a
what you
2-year,
doing?
2-year
Actually,
protection
it'll be
plan.
tomorrow. It won't be today. It'll be tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna wait till Tuesday because I got to deliver something tomorrow. It's important, the pictures. But Tuesday, Justin, when he turned all his stuff in over at the police department, he left. He still got one of his commission cards in his wallet, the police department. So he said he's got to get it back to him. But I said, don't go to Covington. Give it to me. And he said, I'm not giving it to you. I said, give it to me. I'll go bring it. And he says, I already know what you're going to do. I said, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to go find the cop that came back that you got fired because. And I'm going to hand it to him and I'm going to say, Justin found this in his wallet. And if he says, why didn't Justin bring it back? I said, because I told him not to bring his ass in Covington anymore.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so what they do is if you break it, they'll give you an e-gift card on your account, and then you can purchase another one with that. And you can actually buy the plan within 30 days after purchasing the item. So they give you up to a month to actually buy the protection plan after you buy it.
Does Justin have a bad rap in Covington or something? Or
No, he got he what happened? There was a lieutenant that got put in internal affairs, and Justin and it was 4 of the cops put him in internal affairs, and he said he was going to get back at everybody that put him in. Then he made a statement about how if you have a problem with a body cam, I'll show you where to throw it in the river and it can't be found. Meaning if you've got something on body cam, you don't want people to see.
Wow.
So he got put in IA for that. So he got put on administrative leave. And all of a sudden, Justin got called in a couple of weeks ago about speeding to a call. And he was told you have a choice, either get put in IA for speeding and violating the policy, department policy, or resign. So he resigned because if they fire you, you never get a job as a cop again. So he resigned. The next day, memo comes out with his guys coming back. Everything gets dropped. All the IAs get pulled and everything. And what really pisses me off, they found out why today. He told them for the weekend why. The guy put, I'm losing stuff. Hold on. The guy put, I don't know if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
yeah.
I hear you.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get all kind of background shit in here. Let me fix this first.
Hold on, Randy, here you go. See, they also offer a 3-year too, for $23. The SIA covers no additional costs. You pay nothing for repairs, parts, labor, and shipping included. And
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's a better deal. Yeah,
yeah, and you can get, like I said, if it breaks, you just call them, tell them it broke, and then they'll refund you the amount that you spend total in taxes and everything onto an e-gift card, and you can just purchase another one. So you'll only be out that $16 or the 23, whichever one you get. I mean, for the cost of that, that's worth it.
Okay, so the bottom line is he resigned because the other guy had to come back, and nobody knew why. They figured he had something on the chief. Now he came back for a week, put his 2 weeks resignation in. The guy came back and he had to, and basically that was about, he said he was coming back and he wanted Justin out of there. That's what they found out. And he put his 2-week resignation in because he's got a job in Texas he's going to go to as a chief, and they weren't going to hire him because he had investigations going on. So they had to get him back, squash all the investigations for him to get hired to go. So my son was the sacrificial lamb on this. What are you talking about? Bullshit.
Well, that's
crazy. Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
But that's all right. He's getting ready. After this week, he'll be hired over at Slidell Police Department. So
nice.
I know he doesn't want to make waves, but that sounds like perfectly
that's a lawsuit.
Perfect thing for a big time law firm, big money.
Oh, I'm telling you. I know you don't want to cause any waves, but if he could get the proof on this, if they could find, I told him, I said, if you could find something somewhere that says this. If somebody stupidly put it in writing somewhere, I said, you'll never work again for the rest of your life.
The problem is he needs to get a lawyer that can request all that shit. And they're gonna
A
have to give
big
it to
time
him.
law firm, not a little law firm, big
Yeah, I
time.
know.
Well, no, because the lawyers could go in with legal paperwork and request that they have to turn that shit over. And if they don't, then it would look really bad on them. And that would just help
Yeah,
his
but we
case.
saw how that happened with Hillary Clinton. She destroyed everything.
Oh, check this out.
So,
I didn't know Amazon had that. Look, they're offering an insurance plan for $17 a month, and it covers all your future and past.
yeah, that's what I got.
I didn't know that
It's
they had that.
$16 a month, and it covers everything you buy in the future and everything in the past that you bought.
What?
That's not
cool.
bad. If you shop a lot on there, that's not a bad deal.
Justin, are you sharing your screen?
Yeah.
All right, there it is. There it is.
What?
Yeah, because I got that plan, and that's my,
Yeah, right,
I had bought that Legion, that computer Lenovo, and I bought it. I bought
That's not
that
bad
plan
deal.
afterwards. It actually covers the Lenovo.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal. If you got a lot of shit you bought from Amazon, that's not a bad deal.
Yeah, everything electronic. When I bought the cam that went bad, I called them up, told them it went bad, got my check for the cam.
That's why I tell people, man, I used to get people come into Walmart and I'd ask them, do you want to buy the insurance? No, that shit's stupid. No, it's not. Dude, Amazon and Walmart have some of the best insurance on products. You'll
Yep.
pay like 3 or 4% on the cost of the product, and that's all you pay. And if it breaks within that 2-3 years that you pay for, they literally just give you your full amount of money back, and you're only out what you paid for that insurance.
Well, it depends on what you're buying. If you're buying like a $20 calculator or something, they offer you a repair
Oh,
plan.
yeah,
I wouldn't buy
yeah.
that.
But I'm
I'm
saying
like-
if you're
Guys,
buying
I'm
like
gonna go ahead and get off here. I gotta go get ready now.
all right, let's see. you
Well,
later.
Okay,
all
TJ.
right.
Have yourself a good one.
Cheers.
TJ, you got to go to work.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gone.
Okay.
But yeah, if it's like anywhere between, I would say a $50 item or higher, it's worth the $2-3 to spend on it.
Yeah. And $16.99 is kind of tough every month just for that. But I buy enough stuff on there that will qualify. It's worth it,
Right.
Just like I think I paid $12 with Home Depot with my chair I bought a little over 2 years ago. And I was sitting there one day and noticed that I was rocking side to side. I looked down there and where it fits was starting to wear and crack on it. So I called them up, told them what it was, showed them a picture, got the $100-something back.
Yeah,
They put it
it's
on a gift card for Home Depot and have a new chair.
those extended warranties you can get for products through the major retailers are actually really good.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
I
I-
tell
new chair
people,
cost me $14 because I put the policy back on it.
I'm within my my replacement period. If you buy something from DJI, you got I think like 14 days or 30 days to where if you want a
30 days, isn't it?
replacement, you can just get a replacement. So I guess I'm gonna send it back. My
Yeah,
Air
I
3
ordered
had
a
an issue
I ordered
about a
pair
week
of
after
blue
I got it,
jeans.
and I sent it back, and they sent me a brand new one.
I ordered a pair of blue jeans through Amazon the other day, and I did it off the size that I wear, exact size that I wear because they fit comfortable. They came in and it was Chinese sizes, I guarantee you. When I put my leg in, I said, "Oh hell no!" This is my leg went in.
I do not like buying clothes online because
Well,
you
I'll
know-
buy it on Amazon because I can hand it to the store right down the street.
yeah, but you'll notice so some companies can have 2 shirts and they'll both say extra large and you'll get them and one will feel like a large, one might feel like a double XL. It's like
Yeah.
it's like all their sizes are slightly different. About the only thing that's consistent is shoe sizes.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that they did fit when I got them on, but they weren't snug, but they were tighter than I wanted them to be. And I looked at it and I said, well, the first time I wash them, they're going to shrink a little. I said, that ain't going to work. So I folded them up and sent them back, got the next size up, and I'll see what that does. If
Like
that fits
Sarah-
like the one I've got now, I'll be happy.
Sarah got me 2 pairs of pants in the past 2 weeks, and they're the same exact waist size, but then one of them's like way bigger on me than the other one.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. But they're the same
But I don't-
exact. They're supposed to be the same waist size and length.
Yeah, I don't mind Amazon because you could always send it back, you know?
Yeah, I've always had bad luck buying clothes online unless it was like socks or something. So or underwear, but other than that, I'll just go to the store and find something. I like to go in and try the shit on.
Logan?
Oh, there's Lloyd coming in.
Lloyd.
No,
Hey, Lloyd, how's it going?
that's going all right.
Good morning, Mr. Lloyd.
I got to put my hat on.
You put your hat on, your tooth in. There you go.
Now, and I left my tooth in there, so I'm going toothless today.
That's all right.
There you go.
Missing a tooth. So
Oh, you'll make
actually,
some
I'm missing a
girl.
bunch, but yeah.
You'll make some girl or guy very happy, whichever way.
I got one right
here.
Thanks, Justin. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Justin's always there to help you out, Lloyd.
Yeah, the ass. Oh, well, my mic just fell. So hang on a second. I think get this.
I got one tooth right here, and the dentist a couple years ago said you want to get a bridge in that because it covers the bridge, but insurance. Then when I went to do it, the insurance changed and didn't cover it. I had to pay like $1,000. Now I'm going back to the insurance, going right to the dentist that want the bridge.
Dental is so fucking expensive, man. Dental work. Like just
You see,
get
I
a
actually
tooth
have a
removed,
choice.
you'll spend like $400 or $500 just getting a damn tooth taken out.
Yeah, I've got to get with them because I've got that mole way in the back. It's got a crack in it, and it's not affecting me. Doesn't hurt anything, but it does have a crack. So if I bite on something hard enough, I could take it off. But they want to do a crown, but the insurance company before said no, and they said they were going to get me the approval on it. We had to wait till this year to get the new insurance in. So I got to call them up and say, "Hey, did it get approved? Because here's my new card. Get it approved, so I'll get that done. I'll get that done first."
I'm gonna hop off
But
here.
I tell you,
I gotta contact DJI about the logistics of this.
Okay, Randy. Thanks for
Later,
stopping by.
Hey, Randy,
Sir,
how's it going?
I'll talk to you guys later.
last night I got 3 FaceTime calls back to back from Randy. His daughter was playing with the phone and kept calling me. I thought he was butt dialing me. She got on there and went, "Hey." Yeah,
Oh, she was FaceTiming him?
it was what you call it? It was either FaceTime or it was
Messenger.
through Messenger. I can't remember. But I answered it 3 times because it was back to back, back to back, back to back. The third time Randy had it, and then he called me. He said, "Hey, she's just playing with the phone." But that's all right.
Pretty sure Randy's Android, so it probably would have been Messenger.
That's probably what it was. Yeah, I think it was.
I know you can download the FaceTime app on Android, but I've heard it's really clunky. I've never used it though.
Yeah.
But I think you can download it on Android to use for people that have iPhones.
Yeah, my mic fell off just as I started talking. It's like, so I had to get it put back together. Well, the light's awful harsh. So, anyways, morning, guys.
Hey, Lloyd.
Morning.
Uh,
I thought you got mad at me and just got off. You know, I don't know.
no, I have a boom mic here and it's attached to my table and I move it back and forth and every so often it just sort of walks off the edge and falls. And so then I got to reattach it back on there. So,
Yeah, I bought a new boom arm about a month or so ago. It's one of the like the low profile ones, so you can put it up under your monitor.
oh yeah,
So yeah, it can swivel up under my monitor since I got those up off the desk on a mount.
yeah.
So
Now this is This is a Logitech Yeti combination. I got the mic, and then I went ahead and bought the boom and everything later. And it's okay, but you know, it's just got one of them screw mounts in the bottom. I move it out of the way, and suddenly it eventually just walks off the edge of the table and falls. So I have to put it back on it. I have to unscrew it, put it back on. You know, I'm at my kitchen table, so you know, it's not the best setup in the world anyways.
That's the,
But oh,
oh, God damn it, come on. Is this the one you got? Right here?
it's similar, but that might be the new one. Yeah. I got the Blue Yeti and Logitech went together. So
Yeah, doesn't that thing have like a piston or something in it when you adjust?
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with those. Yeah, I've seen a couple people have those and they're really nice, but I guess you have to be really careful when you're doing the adjustments on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've seen people break them, yeah.
Yeah, you could and I have to go through every so often and loosen it. I have to take it off, loosen up a couple of screws so that you know, it's a combination of getting it all balanced out just right. And sometimes it works, and you know, I'll probably have to readjust again now that it fell off, and I'll have to redo it. But I got it working for now. So
Yeah, I was gonna buy one of those and I decided
yeah,
not to get one.
I mean, I got a full setup in my office, full XLR setup in there with a mixer and everything. But I wanted something for in here and something that could be portable if I went somewhere, you know. But trying to get my bag sorted out. Oh man, I just packed away my drone and everything. I forgot I got to do all the updates on it today. Sometimes. Oh well.
You're going to the meeting?
Yeah. Yeah, I leave out Friday morning about 6:45, and I'll be down there by noon their time. So I stop off for, I don't know, about 45 minutes in Charlotte, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's
this is the one I got, Lord. There.
oh yeah, yeah.
That
Oh,
way it could go back behind the monitor.
Right.
oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that one.
That's a nice setup too.
And it comes with an extender right there where you see the green part.
Right?
So it comes with an extension pole so you can raise it higher if you want.
Oh, okay.
It's got
Who's that one?
it's the Okio. I don't know, it's really heavy duty though. I was really happy with the build quality.
Yeah, that's not a
For
bad
the
price.
price.
$31. That's a
Yeah,
friggin' good
where
price.
Is the Yeah, there's the extension arm right there, so you can put that down in the bracket.
Right.
And raise it up if you want it a little higher. I don't
Okay.
use that, but it's real nice though because it gives you more options of where you want to put it on your desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that price just for the arm or is it the whole thing, Justin?
Just the arm and the bracket and everything. It doesn't come with the mic or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
And it does have cable management within the arm, so you can run the cable through the arm.
Yeah, mine has that as well. And I it's got a track there for it, and you can then run it through the track and then lock it in place.
See, what I did is I went and bought like a 10-foot USB-C cable. So I had
Right.
a really long one, and then I was able
Yeah.
to route it through and everything and had tons to get over to the computer. Because they always give you like a little 3-foot cable, and it's like, how the fuck is barely enough to go through the arm? Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck are you gonna do with
exactly.
that? Like mine came with a 4-foot cable, and by the time you route it through the arm, it's like there's
Right,
only
right.
about a foot hanging out of it.
Yeah, I had a 10-foot or 12-foot USB-C, and so I had more than enough to
Yeah.
route it and to put it wherever I needed it. So
I always buy longer cables than I need
Yeah.
just so I have it.
Yeah.
Like on my monitor cables that I have for my 2 monitors, they're like 8 foot.
hmm
So I can pretty much move the computer any which direction I want and have plenty of cable.
Just in case, right?
just
Yeah.
in case. Yeah.
And my whole issue is trying to find a gap to bring it through, you know?
Like I said, that's the only arm that would work for that. So but it does give you more options because it can go up underneath stuff and different angles and stuff. Where you got
Yeah,
one
it-
kind of like Lloyd has, or the one I used to have, it literally cannot be in the way of your monitors or anything. Otherwise, it's a lot harder to find a place for it.
Yeah.
Now, does it rotate where it doesn't have to go underneath?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
extension on, you could probably it looks like it's got quite a reach
So
if it
you could bring it up the back and over the top then, if you needed to.
No, it's not that style.
See, that's what I'd need, something I could put over here to bring
Right.
it up over the top.
Well, you would want one like Lloyd's got then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you're gonna get a boom arm like that, I would recommend either the one that Lloyd has or get the Rhodes one.
Yeah. The Rode
Those
one's
are-
good too. Yeah.
Both of those are very nice. They're expensive, but I found that cheap boom arms, like the ones that rotate in the middle, like Lloyd's has, they use the springs and shit. Those things are shitty. They
Yeah,
break
this-
really easy.
Yeah.
Come
This
on,
one.
man. I got one with the springs in it, chitty.
Well, that's what I had for years was, you know,
I've been
and,
through 2 of those, but I use mine a lot.
yeah.
Hey, Brad, what's up, Brad?
Oh. I don't know why I woke up so damned early. I could have used another hour's sleep, but
What time is it there now, Lloyd?
it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, 10 o'clock. It's 11
That's the one.
o'clock.
That's the one I have.
Yeah, I used
yeah.
to have one of those, and
Right.
both of the ones I had broke. I had 2 of those.
So it has the springs right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got to remember too, I was moving mine a lot all the time, so I was constantly adjusting it, moving it around and stuff, so it got worn out pretty quick. See, Joe probably wants something like this right here if you want something to go.
You see if you look at the same one I'm looking at.
Like one that's got multiple pivot points, see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Ooh,
even the Rhodes ones and the Blue Yetis, I don't think would be able to do that.
Yeah.
'Cause you're wanting it to go straight over top of your monitor and hang from the top. Which those 2 even wouldn't do that, I don't think, because of the way that they're made.
Let me see if I can find the one I got. Let's see.
That one's 36.
Yeah, I was looking at one just now.
Although you could do like a Blue Yeti, look, because they got an arm you can get that a regular boom arm would slide into, and it would raise it up higher.
Just on it.
So the arm, the solid arm, it's adjustable up and down.
No,
Yeah.
well, the solid arm in the back is an extension pole, but if you see where it connects right there, that's a standard boom mic like pin that goes into a mount.
Okay.
So any of them would probably work in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
don't
pretty
know.
cool.
Do I?
Say that's pretty cool. That's almost like mine.
I just don't like the spring ones. That's just my opinion, but I would buy that just to get that extension arm. And I'd throw the rest of it away.
So the extension arm has the hole where the
You
pin
see
goes
that
in.
one, $24
Oh,
right there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one might be pretty good.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking at that one.
That's
That's
got a
a
lot of
nice
pivot
one.
points.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's the one I've got right now. I'm looking at.
Yeah, for that price.
$24, yeah.
Yeah, because
Well, look
This-
at the one that's on the right there for $27.99. Up a little bit. Up right there.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty much the same one I was looking at a second ago.
Yeah, I don't
This
like the
is the-
double arm though.
Now, this is the company that makes mine, but this is the kind of one you were looking at. These are a little bit heavier dutier than the one you were looking at though, but they got the cable management and all that, but it's also $40 for that one.
Yeah, the other one said it handles 3 pounds, and the mic's not 3 pounds, is it?
It depends on your mic, dude. Some mics are really heavy and some aren't. I don't know. What kind of mic do you have?
I don't have one yet.
oh
I would honestly, actually, you know what? Hold on. If you want just a nice little cheap USB mic, that's the same one Randy uses too. This one right here, Joe. This is a really good mic for $40. It's a HyperX. That's the one Randy has. And it's got the threads on the bottom so you can thread it to a mic stand and all that.
yeah.
But that a couple people have gotten these mics and really liked them.
Who's got it?
that's the one-
Randy's got it?
Yeah, Randy's been using this
Oh,
mic
never
for about
mind.
a.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
But for $40, it's a really good little
Jody,
USB mic.
Brad,
You don't want to spend a bunch of money.
I'm
Yeah, if
dropping
Randy's
off.
got it, I don't want it.
My sister's just arrived and going to the cemetery.
All right.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
Mark.
Lord, have a good
Have a
one.
good,
Have a good Mother's
visit.
Day.
It's Mother's Day, so
That's-
I'm going to put flowers on her grave and on Grandma's.
Well, have a good visit.
See you later.
That's the one.
Yeah,
I-
see,
Good morning,
that's,
B-Rad.
oh yeah, that's the one I was looking for, yeah.
yeah,
The
that's the
G
one I
Compass
got.
here.
Yeah,
A lot of money for that.
yeah, but
Yeah, you should see the Rhodes one's like 140 or something.
oh yeah,
130.
yeah, that's good. They were about these were originally 150, so it's come down.
But you got to remember too, Joe, those things have like these pistons in them. And you
Yeah.
have to like Lloyd said, you got to adjust it and it will
Yeah.
actually balance.
Yeah,
It finds like
'cause
a
it-
center balance.
yeah, it has a balance on it, but the mic hangs it down, and so yeah, stop sharing where I go. But yeah, it's but it works, you know, and it's got different adjustments. It's just a nice. I like it.
Oh, Jody's got a point. You could probably 3D print you a nice little boom arm.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
rather buy. It'd be easy to buy one.
yeah, it would.
Honestly though, Joe, if you want just a nice little USB mic, I would go with that HyperX. It's name brand. It's really good for the price.
Yeah,
And it has really good reviews. It's a solid mic for $40. And then just order yourself like a 10-foot USB cable, USB-C cable, so you can have enough cable to route it and everything.
Yeah, but it don't have all the pretty colors.
Oh, if you want the pretty color one, the HyperX like I got, you're talking $150.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
I was going to print off a bunch of for the South Florida Drone Meetup. I was going to do some posters to give away to people. So I printed them off and I showed them on Uncle Bill's show last night, and people pointed out an error in it. It's not really an error; it's spelled the right way, but it's just. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
$89.
that's come to. Well, no, that's the older one. Wait, hold
But
on,
it's
hold
got the
on.
pretty color.
yep,
Let me
that's
see.
true. It does. But anyway, so I printed these off last night, and several people pointed out that I had my letters blended together. Now, mind you, this is backwards. Why is my camera reverse? Anyways,
Are you talking about the V and the L?
Yeah. Yeah, the Grumpy Nogger.
No, yeah, I was about to look at that. I was like, what? Hold on.
Yeah, and and they pointed out that should I be typing that, the I and the O are right next to each other. Lon pointed that out to me. He said, "Be careful on that keyboard," you know. So I was like, so I went through last night and I started working, and so I changed it now. So I put all caps, so it's a V and an L. You can see it's
Ooh.
separated now. So
No, that is the newer one, Joe. Yeah, they put it way. Yeah, that looks better. That looks a lot better.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a good deal, Joe. Yeah, it went down to $89. I paid 159.
Oh
for
yeah,
mine.
that's a good price for that. But yeah, so they were giving me crap about that. So I set up after I got off Uncle Bill's show last night, redesigning that, and I got the one good print off last night. Probably now I could get all the coasters done, but I am going to redo part of my the keychain things that I'm giving away. So
Well, you know what's funny too is this is the old HyperX, right? This one only does
Mhm.
one color, just a red. You can't change colors in
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
And it doesn't use USB-C. It uses USB type. I can't remember which type it is, but it's one of the older USBs, the big fat one,
yeah,
like the
USB A to
uh,
USB the A to mini US or USB
yeah,
C, USB A to
USB Mini. It's
Mini,
USB
yeah.
Mini, not the micro USB, but the mini USB.
No.
It's a big fat one. And look at that, it's $100, but then they got the newer one with USB-C and it's only 89. And this one
Yeah.
you can change whatever color you want.
Yeah. Or you can have it rotate.
Why the fuck would you buy the older one for $10 more?
Depends on what it has.
Well, it's less options. It has less options all the way around.
Oh, but it may have better internal workings for the sound. Because not everybody's a gamer and likes to have the pretty gigas going on while they're talking, you know. Some of us old farts just like them to work and sound good.
That's not a bad deal at all.
No, that's not. That's not at all. That's a good price.
Honestly, if you were looking at that boom mic you're looking at and that the cable, you'd probably will be looking at about 140 bucks.
Yeah,
for
somewhere
everything.
around there. Yeah.
Which boom mic you were talking about? The one you were talking about.
I like the one that was made by my brand. It's just a little bit more heavy duty. Hold on, let me find it.
Is that other one, the $39 one?
Here, I'll put it in the chat, the link for it, and you can pull it up.
Oh, good morning, everybody to the chat. I forgot to.
What's up, Jody?
Everybody.
Jody.
Jody's
All right, there
here.
you go. What's up,
Frank
Brad?
just
How's
can't
it
be
going?
found. I tell you, I don't know.
That one's better, I think, because it's got the cable management. It's all,
Yeah, I like that. I do.
and it's more heavy duty. And it's got locking joints too, so you can lock all the different pivot points. Once you get it set to where you want, you can lock it into place.
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
It's a little bit more, but it's got better options on it. Because if you go with one like Ed's got, if you wanted a cable management, you would literally have to wire tie your cable down the side of it like I used to do. That's how I did mine.
I use that one. I have one like Ed does, and I've used that for years and without any real problems. But then it sits in a permanent place on my desk. It is pretty much set up. But this one here now, this one I'm using in here, that Logitech one. Now that like I said, the only drawback is it comes off because it doesn't have enough depth in my table because I'm at my kitchen table. Fortunately, it does have nice padding on it, so it's not scratched up my table when it falls off. But still, now if this was our cherry wood table, Judy would have killed me if I'd have used something like this on that table. But this is our solid oak table, so it's not.
You know, I've heard a lot of people complain about boom arms when they're looking at buying one and they're like, I don't want it to scratch table, but I've never actually had one actually scratch the shit out of one of my tables.
Yeah, well, most of them have a pad underneath that, you know, and this one has a nice foam pad.
And it comes with a 9.8 foot USB-C to A cable. The mic.
Okay, that should be plenty long enough then.
Yeah, that's what
See,
I'm thinking.
mine only came, I'm pretty sure mine was only a 4-footer when I got mine, because I had to buy the
Oh.
longer one.
I don't think I have a USB port available.
All right. Add a PCIe slot into your computer and add more USBs.
I
Hold
might
on, let me
have
show
to.
you.
Yeah, I wish I had more.
have to.
Wish I had more USB ports on this Alienware laptop that I've got.
So you can go like this, Joe. Go get one of these, and it's literally plug and play.
But
You just pop open the computer, plug it into the little PCIe slot, throw the
Yep.
screw
Yeah.
in them out, and boom, you got 5 more USBs and 2 USB-Cs,
Oh,
and it's
wow.
only $34. I
That's a
put
good
one of
deal.
that's what I put in my computer.
Yeah,
It
like I
adds
said,
five-
I might have to do that. Put the link in there.
And it
I'm gonna
adds
look at it
5,
later.
yeah, it adds 5 3.0 USBs and then 2 USB-Cs.
And that works in every tower, Justin?
As long as you got the PCIe slot on the motherboard.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
go look.
And you can still use it even if it's a big slot. It doesn't have to be the mini one. It just has to plug into the end of it. But you see those little plastic slots right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so the little blue one in the middle, that's normally what you would plug it into, but you can see you can plug it into one of the big ones as well.
Yeah.
So
I'd have to go look at it.
you
to see what I've
definitely
got on it, so.
you definitely got one somewhere on your motherboard, an extra one.
oh
It
yeah.
should be
Yeah, my
right under
question is,
your
I don't know if
graph-
I don't think I have a blank spot in the back though.
Then you make one. You should have blank plates back there that you can pull
That's
out.
what I mean. I don't think I have a plate back there. I gotta go look.
Yeah, you do.
I probably do.
Well, if he's already filled it up, he may not.
Well, I haven't put it in. I haven't put anything
Well,
in.
what
I
I'm
might have
saying is-
one blank space.
There's blank. You should have at least 3
Yeah.
or 4 blank plates back there, and you just pull it. They'll either break off or
Or
they'll
they'll
screw
slide off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll screw off. There'll be
They have a little
screw.
screw that holds them in place. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go look. Now you got me wanting to go look.
And then the PCIe slot should be right under your graphics card.
Yeah.
That way, when you plug that in, it fits perfect right on the back plate of the computer.
Yeah, because that would alleviate a lot of problem that I have.
Yeah.
It would give me what I need if I need to plug something in.
Like I said, my computer tower didn't have any USB-Cs on it. That's the main reason I got that. And again, not only did it give me the 2 USB-Cs, but I was able to get rid of my USB splitter that I was using, get that off my desk, and add 5 more USB 3 ports to it. And it's plug and play. You don't have to download any drivers, nothing.
Yeah.
Just plug
Yeah.
it in,
It
it
just
starts
picks
working.
up.
Anything with Windows 8 or newer doesn't need drivers. If it's for, I don't know why this fuck somebody would be buying it for Windows 7 or XP, but if you do, it comes with a disk with the drivers.
Hey, XP was a good system. Windows 7 sucked.
I wouldn't use
Yeah, I
it
forgot
nowadays.
I have a good system. I forgot I have a real good system. I got 3 slots. They got 3 blank slots.
Yeah, so just pick one of them and stick it in there.
Yeah, Justin, I don't
Yeah.
think you were even born when they came out with XP, did it? Were you?
Yeah, I've been around since Windows 3. What are you talking about?
Hey, Justin, put that other link in for that piece.
Didn't I put it in there?
No,
No,
that's the boom all.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at that
There
one.
so I can take a picture.
There you go. It's in the chat there, the link. Like I said, it's literally plug and play, super easy to do. If you got a couple slots and you want to add a couple, you could do 2.
Put one in and be good.
Like I said, it's so especially if you're dealing with a stupid USB splitter and you got fucking
Yeah.
cables running all over your desk, it's a good way to get rid of them.
So I'm looking at, if I do that right now with the arm you said, with the mic, the $89 mic, the setup's 164.
That's with the PCIe board too?
Yeah,
Oh, that's not bad. Shit.
that's not a bad deal. Cause I could hook it, if I hook it there and bring it over the top and have it sit right here, that'd be good. And I'd be able to do that. And I'm only not even a foot amount of cord I need. That's all I need, you know?
I mean, you don't really need to use your headphones neither. Once you get the mic, you can just use your speakers. You're not going to get any back feed just being on Zoom. So,
Yeah. I would prefer that myself.
because Paul doesn't use headphones, he just uses speakers and mic.
Yep.
So yeah,
But Paul can't hear anyway, so.
What?
What'd you say?
I hear too much, Joe. I hear too much.
No, you'll be saying, I can't hear y'all. I can't hear y'all. My mic is not working. My speakers aren't working.
My speakers are working just fine.
East
Yeah,
Coast
just-
said
Must
it's
have- must
still,
have fixed
still
it.
on Windows 98. Windows 98.
Yeah, I'm
About
thinking
Windows-
about it. I'm like,
Windows 95.
Yeah, I started my first PC had the first Windows style was a Windows 3.1.
Our first computer was probably when I was about 8, and that would have been like 93. We got our first computer.
Man, my first computer was a floppy disks.
Well, now we had computers. Now I was on computers before that because we had computers at the school, and they were old Macintoshes that you would have to do floppy disks for every fucking thing you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my first big PC, grown-up PC, I should say, was the Apple IIe. And that was quite it had a 2 megabyte hard drive with it. Friggin' hard drive was, about it was like a monitor shelf. It was that because it was about this thick, and it was about 24 inches long and about 10 inches deep. It had a whole 2 megabytes.
Well, what was the model of the Macintosh that was about this tall, about this wide, and it had the floppy drive and the
That was the original Macintosh. That was the first generation Mac.
That's what I had.
Just imagine if you could take your modern computer now back to like the 80s and walk into IBM and set it on the desk. It'd be like monkeys being turned loose into a fucking space shuttle.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know what the hell they were looking at. They'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Where are you from? You must be a genius.
Be like the Elon Musk of the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd blow their fucking mind, do 4 terabyte fucking M.2s and shit in there.
Right. Where's the hard drive? Where's the floppy go in?
Yeah, no disk drives, nothing on it.
Yeah. I love it. I love it when you hear, the jokes about tech support, people calling in saying, well, my drink holder doesn't come out anymore. It's there for your what? That thing you push the button and you can set your cup. No, that's not a drink holder, lady.
That's a drive, floppy drive.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
for
that's for a
CDs.
CD.
CD-ROM.
CD-ROM.
Yeah. And using it for a drink holder, like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That'd be
When I
hilarious. That'd be a funny conversation.
Yeah. When I first got on the internet, I got in one of the, I don't know, Yahoo chat or whatever was big back then. And I'd got to talking with people and they were really nice. And this one gal says, and normally, because, I was brand new on the internet. I mean, I'd been around computers for years, but I was new to the internet. And she says, normally I wouldn't tell people this. It's a lady from Canada. She says, but I'm going to send you a file and you're going to freak out when you get it. But just don't worry, it will end and then everything will go back to normal. I said, all right. So she sent this file and all of a sudden my screen popped up and it says, do you want to delete your C drive? And I clicked, no. And it says deleting C drive. And it showed it and your lights are going on and off. Your CD is going in and out, and I mean, you can't do nothing. And it's just showing it delete and just delete, delete, delete. And you're going, oh my God. Then it stops and says, gotcha. And that was the end of the file. You know, man, I sent that to a couple people and they just freaked out, and then they were ready to kill me afterwards. But that's why you don't accept downloads from strangers. And that taught me a lesson right there. You know, it's like, but I had been in this chat room. Judy and I had both been in it. And so we'd gotten to know these people as well as you can anybody on the internet at the day. This is before cameras where people could see what you look like. Sorry, I don't look like Charlton Heston or any of those other, you know, I was honest. I just look like an old goat, you know. But
Just
yeah,
like
I mean, that was freaky. And if I didn't know it was coming, it's like, and I sent that. There was this one gal that she had been my dad's home health care nurse, and
You sent it to her?
I sent it to her because she was always, you know, talking with people. I said, you got to be careful what you're saying and doing out there. You can't be doing that stuff. Oh yeah, I said, oh, I said, I just got this file from a person. This is supposed to really improve your computer. So really? And she trusted me. I said, oh yeah, just let me send it to you. And all of a sudden I heard, you know, of course we were using voice chat too at the time. And she started going nuts. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. And I just laughed my ass off because she was, and I said, and there you go. That's why you don't accept files for. She says, but you know me. Why would you send that to me? I said, teach you a lesson. Yeah, I said, you've been really, you know, lazy about. Yeah, you've been really, you know, kind of lazy and doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing as far as accepting files from people. You keep telling them about all these things that it's games people. Well, that's a game too, you know, because it comes up at the end and says, gotcha. And then everything goes back to normal. Your C drive's still there. Everything's right where you left it. But
Stop.
And you cannot stop. It had to run its full loop before it would stop. You had no control.
You know, I would probably say the internet was probably more dangerous back then.
Yeah.
Only for the fact that the only people that were really online at the beginning of the internet were people that knew how to do a lot of like technical and like nefarious shit.
Yeah.
So you're more likely to probably run across somebody like that.
Yeah. And you know, I was fortunate enough that I ran across, you know, I managed to run across some honest people. And like my cousin, she was widowed, and or it's my cousin's widow, as I should say. And she was lonely and looking for somebody, and she'd run into this guy and on the internet, and they were like part of a lonely farmers group or some crap like that, you know, and he started sending her flowers at work, and I had been in a lot of chat groups that was stopping, you know, trying to stop these guys from doing this, and
just push on it hard.
I called her up, and she'd been talking about this guy. He's stranded. Turns out he was stranded in South Africa or some Nigeria or someplace.
I thought it was a bunch of stuff from the sale.
And I stopped her before her and her mother were getting ready to wire. You know, they were both on fixed income, but they were going to wire him the money so that he could get out of the country and then pay her back. And this guy went so far as sending her flowers at you know, at where she was working at the time, you know, and it's like, and he was trying to get money out of him. And I found his picture. I started because she sent me a picture of him. First off, she wasn't that good looking and he was kind of decent looking guy, you know. And it's like, yeah, okay. If you exchange pictures, this guy's not gonna be trying to marry you or come to take care of you. But he said all the right words. And so I called her that night. She says, yeah, we were getting ready to wire him some money tomorrow morning. I said, don't. Tell him something happened and there's a short in your bank account. And before it was all over, he was calling her and, she had to get his number. This is before you could just do it on your phone. You had to call the phone company and have a number blocked. And I found his picture and sent her multiple different pictures with multiple personalities using that same picture. And
Oh, it's like today, you can take a picture and do a Google reverse image search and
oh yeah,
see how many profiles people have used that particular picture for. Because you'll get that where people will use the same picture.
Oh yeah, they do.
What the fuck is going on here? There we go.
And the thing was, the other problem was is law enforcement and stuff had not kept up with the technology, so there weren't a lot of laws on the book to stop these guys. So in the early stages of the internet, these people were going, and I'm talking the internet as the modern internet, not when you're using the 12 baud modem systems and having to program everything you type. Not that is starting with the Windows based. Starting at about 28.8K from that point on, is what I call the modern internet. But yeah, there was nothing stopping these people, Folks, I apologize. I have not been reading the chat, so maybe I better go look and see what's going on in the chat. Probably not much.
What's Paul getting? I'm not sure what Paul's getting.
Oh, hey, Dusty. And Jody and Napster sold again. I didn't even know they were still alive.
Well, it's like MySpace is still around. It's just a music site now. It's where bands go and promote their music now.
Yeah, that's the problem. These, they have all these streaming services and, they have all these streaming services now and, the bands and the musicians can just load their stuff up straight to it and bypass and bypass the publishers and all that stuff. And, be self-published.
There's a lot more independent artists these days because of it.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely easier these days to get famous because of social media.
Yeah.
If you got talent and you put the effort in, you can you could blow up relatively easy compared to back in the day.
Yeah, well, but also a lot of this, somebody has a viral song that goes out and they get their, they get their gold album or their platinum album or whatever, but then you don't hear from them anymore.
Yeah, like one-hit wonders.
Yeah, some of them are just I think the biggest joke of one-hit wonders, in my opinion, is Billy Ray Cyrus and Achy Breaky Heart. That's the only reason he's even in the news now is because of his daughter. Has zero to do with his talent. Because
his daughter's an actor, isn't she?
I'm coming in like a rocky ball.
Yeah, exactly. Miley Cyrus. Yeah.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus, yeah.
She played she started out with Hannah Montana. And
Hannah Montana. That's what I was saying.
And the only reason that show was going was so he had a job, and when she got out from under daddy's well, all of a sudden she was like, hey, this ain't, she kind of swung the other way, like the whole Wrecking Ball song is I didn't see who was singing that, but yeah, it was she kind of went the other way, but and yeah, that's Billy Ray's only song that I can say. It's the only song I can remember him doing,
I didn't know
Yeah.
he was a one-hit wonder. I never knew that. Never realized
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, his only big song was Achy Breaky Heart, and it was like, and the only reason it was any good was because it was good for line dancers, which,
He did.
line dancing was a big thing.
Lloyd, didn't he do that one with the horse too? With that,
Old
with that
Town
black-
Rodeo.
yeah, that's it.
I don't know if he did that one or not.
I can't remember.
With that black singer. What's his name?
Yeah. Now he's done some other songs, but none of them really hit the level that one did. And that's one of them, songs you get it in your head and then you walk around all day. Just like, God, I wish I hadn't thought of that song, So it had popped into my head. So I thought I'd make everybody miserable today. So they're all going to be saying, don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart.
Yeah, Dusty says Old Town Road. Yeah, that was him.
See, that's so bad. Even my dog's howling over there because I sang it. Oh, shut up.
Dolly Parton.
Oh.
Oh, Joe's ordering his parts.
That Boone is a wild child, Lloyd.
Do what?
Boone is a wild child.
Oh. Is that
That's the beagle I got. Yeah.
oh, the Beagle, yeah. Yeah, now that's a smaller dog. I say smaller. They're
Yeah, he's about like that, about like that.
yeah. Little short
Boone,
legs,
come
you
here.
can catch them easier.
Come here. Hey, Boone, come here. Come here. Come here. Come up here. Boone,
Short-legged, they
daughter,
can't even
sure.
get up in your lap. Yeah.
Boone, come here. Come on here. Come on. Oh.
You gotta knock his ass out the chair.
Yeah, that's what I was just.
Yeah.
You're a wild child.
Say, no, I'm not. I'm a 4-year-old child. I'm enjoying it.
Try and pick him up.
He said, I'd feel a lot better if I didn't have a pink collar.
He weighs 46 pounds.
Okay. That's decent enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent an Instagram to my son, and that's what he was calling me about just now. He says, dude, how are they getting away with this? New York Yankees yesterday hit 9 home runs, won at 20 to something, and they got a picture of the guy standing there. They redesigned their bat. So their bat now, instead of it bowling all the way out, it
Right.
bows to right past the label, and then it's got the bigger part, then it gets smaller.
There he
So now
is,
they
Lloyd.
moved the bigger part down, so they got more area to hit.
Oh, that's good.
And everybody's hitting home runs now. So how are they getting away with that?
That is a good looking dog, Paul.
Yeah, he's a wonderful looking dog. He's just a, for a 73-year-old, he's more than I can handle.
Right.
But I love him to death. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
And I know he loves me because I sleep in a electric reclining chair next to the couch.
Right.
And he goes over and he snuggles right in next to me as soon as it starts to get dark, and he sleeps there until morning.
Hey, Justin, Laura's talking to you.
Do what? Oh,
Tried ringing me.
She's pulling your chain, Justin.
what else in there, right?
Tell Justin I tried ringing him up.
All right, hold on a sec.
Oh,
Hey, I'm gonna make a.
Yeah.
Y'all know the game bingo, right?
Yeah.
right.
I'm gonna make a bingo card, and it's gonna be based on Paul. And it's gonna say how many times he says, "Oh man," how many times he says 73-year-old, how many times he says Dukalax, and Dukalax is gonna be the hard one. Every time he
Yeah.
says Boston cream, every time he says, let's see, sit down, Boone. Boone's crazy. I'm gonna add all these in different blocks, and I'm gonna mix them and send them out to people. And we're gonna play
There you
bingo
go,
every time
yeah.
we're on the show.
That'd be a game we could all play. We could all interact with that one. That'd be a great game.
I'm telling you.
Well, you can do the same thing for yourself, Joe.
Oh,
Yeah, I could.
You always those. I'm telling you, stop. Go. No. Oh, hey, hey,
yeah,
hey.
but they listen to me, and I tell them stop, and they shut up.
Uh-huh.
Well, they listen to you until the next time they do it. They don't listen to you. They just let you think they're
Well, you
listening.
see,
Then
if
they
I
go
get
off and do it
quiet,
when you're
that's
not.
when they come over here. They want to get my attention. You know.
Yeah.
But we got to put
Right.
Neo in there too. We're gonna say the best drone Neo is gonna be a special block.
Oh yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
And then
You know.
Joe's favorite.
Yeah, Joe's favorite's got to be in there. And I'm just gonna mix them. Just mix them.
That's because the Neo is your see. You notice that now that Laura has jerked his chain, guess who dropped out and didn't say goodbye?
Yeah. Didn't even say goodbye.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just being rude, man.
I'm gonna tell Sarah you better check his phone.
East Coast, that's a big puppy, 120 pounds. Wow.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. My Pyrenees weighs 150.
150 pounds. Wow.
Yeah, and he's got a bad leg. He's still gimping around. I mean, he's getting around a lot better than well. I thought I was going to lose him for a little bit, but he's, there's nothing that can be, it's just I think he's got. It looks like he's probably getting that hip dysplasia or whatever they call that. He's got one hip that's bad. You can, other than going in and having surgery, which I can't afford, and I'm not gonna. He had the one.
You don't want to put him through that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and he when he was younger, when he was 2, but he's 8 years old now. He's getting the big dogs like that usually only live to 8. There's the exceptions, but they generally live between 8 to 12 years. 12 years on a good day,
Yeah.
But he's just getting a little long in the tooth right now, and it's gonna kill me because he's been the best damn dog I've ever had. Just bar none. I mean, he was walking on a leash when he was 9 weeks old. And I could, even to this day, I can get out his leash and hook it up, and he never pulls, he never tugs. I never have to worry about that. He follows me. Of course, we started working with him, and then got him into training and so that he could be certified as Judy's service dog. And we did that, had to go through quite a bit to do it, but we got it. And then he blew out his, he blew his knee out, and I had to have that operated on. He kind of lost his ability to be a service dog because with that bad knee, he couldn't put weight on it. Like even after the surgery, he couldn't put the weight on it to do what he was trained to do, and that was to help Judy get up off the floor.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't have the extra weight. And as he's gotten older, he's, the arthritis set in, his hip has started causing him problems. And, but compared to what he was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I thought I was going to lose him about 3 weekends ago. But now he's gimping around like I do. It's like the two of us are like, who's limping worse today?
That's your furry one, right?
Yeah, that's the big white one. Yeah, he's He's a big fluff ball, and he used to sleep in bed with us. That's why we got a king size bed but he'd sleep right between Judy and I, and until he had his leg operated on. That was the end of that. We stopped him from getting up in bed because he could jump. Now it's a different story, but of course now all I got is to sleep in bed is those two chihuahuas, and that's enough. That's enough for me.
Chihuahuas.
Yeah, them
Yeah.
Jesus. The littlest one is the meanest one. And she's not mean.
That's
She
the way it
never
works.
bites at you, but
Well, Joe, does any of your dogs sleep in bed with you?
Oh, hell no. I have a high bed. They can't get up in it.
oh, I do too. I have to pick them up. Well, the
Yeah,
little
I'm not
girl
doing
can
it.
get up on her own. Her older brother, who's he's the litter before her, same parents. He's short-legged, but he weighs about 8 or 9 pounds. So,
Yeah.
and he's got real short legs, same parents, but he just came out. She's real thin and this typical Chihuahua, a little bit
Yeah.
bigger than those little bitty ones, but she's your typical Chihuahua. And she can jump up in bed, but she can't get down.
Yeah,
And we've
ironically,
got one of those
Loki.
high beds and tall mattresses in there.
Yeah. Yeah, ironically, Loki is longer than Tino. He's about the same height as Tino, but his
Right.
legs are twice the distance, twice the
Yeah.
size, the length. And then he got a freaking tongue that if you when he closes his mouth, his tongue still sticks out.
Yeah.
He's got about a half inch of tongue that sticks out of his mouth. He can't keep in his mouth. That's all. He's got some long features on him.
East Coast, is that medication you give your dog for the hips?
It could be.
Do what?
It gives him a chew for
Chew.
joints to help prevent his hips when he gets older.
Oh,
You see,
yeah.
see, Tino will lay on the floor, and Tino has an issue with his breathing. There's nothing wrong with him, but it's his throat. They said it's his throat trying to close a little bit,
Right.
but it's full of mucus and stuff. So he gets a piece of Mucinex every day, and a Claritin every day. He's the
Oh,
only one in here that needs it. When I give it to him regular every day, he gets better and he doesn't cough as
Right.
much. But if I stop for a couple of days, he'll start coughing. You hear it in the mucus, and it's just an allergy he has. So
Yeah.
the vet says just give him that every day, and he'll be fine. And he's doing that. But he'll lay on the floor and sleep for 30, 40, 50 minutes, and then he'll get up and he acts like he can't walk, And he's faking it. I'm telling you, he's faking it. Because if somebody knocked on that door, he'd run like he was running to the front. He'd take off.
oh yeah, yeah.
So I know he's faking it. He looks over at me
Yeah.
and then he kind of limps off, And as soon as he gets down the hallway, he'll trot down the hallway, but he'll limp to the hallway. I know he's faking it.
There
Good
was
morning,
a
Trevor.
Cary Grant movie in which there
Trevor.
was this poodle that.
Trevor.
Hey, Trevor. But there was a Cary Grant movie, and there's this. He was dating this gal, and she had this poodle that he supposedly stepped on its leg, and it was limping and had his foot drawn up.
Yeah.
And then he turned around, and the next time he's limping with this leg. Back.
Yeah.
We had a poodle that did the same damn thing. He hurt his leg when he was a pup, and it's like he'd get to limping, and I'd start looking at him and say, "What the hell are you limping for?" And then I'd look at him and say, "Wait a minute, that's not the leg you hurt. What the hell are you doing?"
Well, Tino will come in here, and when he wants something, if I tell him no, y'all don't need it right now, then he'll look at me and he'll cough like he's all stopped up.
Yeah.
And I look at him and say, "You faking it? Yeah, I know you're faking it." He'll go like that. And I say, "Faking
Right.
it," and then somebody will hear something and he'll bark regular. So he knows he knows his little routine, and they'll all go stand in the hallway. And I can see him standing there, and they're looking at each other, right? All of a sudden,
Right.
he comes running back full force. They run behind him, and he gets up
Right.
here begging for something. So they tell him,
Yeah.
"Go get us a treat," Well,
Yeah,
they got
yeah.
this shit together. It's like I got a gang here,
Oh, I know. That's the way
They
these
try to
two are.
muscle me all the time.
Lord, East Coast put a website for you. With his two fingers pointing.
Do what?
There's the
East Coast.
stairs.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
steps
need
that
right
go
there.
up. Yeah, I've got a set. I bought a set of those because Cleo started gaining the weight that she didn't need. She still don't need on her.
Right.
I'm trying to cut her back. But what I did is I bought the stairs and she looked at me like I was crazy, right? She said, I'm not going
Yeah.
on those. She wouldn't go near them. So I
Oh,
stuck
yeah,
them over
yeah.
there where she can climb up. And in the morning, Loki and Tina will jump on the sofa and be laying there. And I look over and she's over on the ottoman. She done walked up the stairs and got on the ottoman.
Yeah.
So she won't jump, but she'll walk up the stairs now. But I told her, I
Yeah.
said, if you want to get up here, that's how you do it. You
That's a
know,
good price
I
for that,
showed her
too.
one time and let her get down, and she'd look at it like, I'm not going up that. But she goes up that.
See, and that set that Dusty put up there,
Yeah.
they're not straight. Yeah, they're tapered, so they're a slow walk up.
Pipe and some fittings. I don't know.
Yeah, I like those better than the ones I have.
When it was changed, I'm gonna take a look and see if I can't screw maybe a couple of pickets on there. Why do you think? Thank you. You know, put two.
What the hell you bark? What are you barking at, you idiot?
If he's talking about that gate, he needs to just get a piece of fiberglass or anything, just to 12, 14 inches above it, put 3 screws in it.
Oh, what's that?
The dog around the gate in the front jumps up and gets his paws on the top.
Oh,
So what he needs to do is put just a piece of metal or something up there. Piece of wood would work. Just screw a 12-inch piece of wood.
yeah.
That'd be real simple.
No, he's sitting there eating that. Somebody brought him a hamburger. Yeah, it is lunchtime at your place, isn't it, Paul? Yeah. My cousin, yesterday, well, day before, it was beautiful here. It was like, it was actually almost 80 degrees, or it was 80 degrees, I think. And then yesterday it was cooler and it was cloudy. And last night we had some hellacious thunderstorms. My phone was going off every 30 seconds, it seemed like. And there was a real strong front came right through here last night. And my cousin just texted me, he says, hey, who blew out the pilot light on the heater? Because it's gone from being in the 80s to the low 50s, And
Good afternoon, Gitchy.
Did Kitchi go and meet up with?
I have no clue. Might be tomorrow.
Oh, he says there's a volcano that's gonna erupt.
They just had one there. Kilauea just erupted again. Had 2 major earthquakes, and now that one's getting ready. Hey, Earth's talking.
It's crazy.
Kilauea was erupting the other day. They had video of it, and that sucker was throwing 200 or 300 feet up in the air.
Well, look what happened in Thailand. They're still looking for people.
Well, they lost a bunch of people in that building that came down. Those 2 buildings.
Which one is that, Lloyd?
This is Peaches. She's the youngest one. She's the baby, and she's the ornery one. She causes. Boy, she'll go. She'll be after a mouse, and if her brother tries to get it before her, she'll tear him a new one. I mean, she does not. She wanted up yesterday morning, and boy, she woke me up out of a dead sleep. She reached over and sunk her claws into my arm like, God.
She doesn't share, huh?
No, no, she does not share. Now, when she's through and killed the mouse, they can do what they want with it. But when it comes to catching, she's a pointer. She'll actually sit there and stalk and go to point, just, her nose out. And
Wow.
of course, her tail's, yeah, she's a hell of a mouser.
It's Mount Spur.
Yeah.
SPU or Alaska Volcano.
Like that hamburger?
Getting closer.
Holy 7.1.
Yellowstone's next.
Oh, Yellowstone. Yeah. Yeah. What they do? They have a
Yellowstone
major.
erupts. That suck. That would suck.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, 7.1. That's a big one.
That's a pretty good size one. Yeah.
That's the biggest one so far, right? Or has it been bigger than that?
I think they've been bigger. I think they had 8 something in California.
Boner.
That's another one on there. We got to put Booner.
Bella is so slow now at 9 years old. She has a back
We also got to put Mia because every once in a while she slips. And we got She.
Yeah. I was just
I'm gonna
about to
feed
say
her.
that.
Got a bunch of those words. I'm gonna make it up. I'm telling you.
Go check this print. Make sure it's not.
So the earthquakes are in the Bahamas?
No,
No, he said in Alaska.
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand. Yeah, we're due for one. We're about 100 years past due for a major one. I remember watching the World Series back was in the 80s, mid 80s when that one happened. That was when who was playing? It was out in the Bay Area of California. San Francisco. I can't remember who was playing, but I remember watching it on TV. We were watching it. I'm not a big sports fan, but we were watching the World Series that year, and you could see the whole thing just moving. The camera was going up and down. It's like, we're having an earthquake. Yeah. That definitely screwed with the World Series that year.
Yeah, I remember that was the North something. Northridge, maybe.
Was that? Yeah, that might have been the Northridge one. I can't
Northridge.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Northridge because I remember that.
Yeah.
I had Randy Swain, a good friend of mine. I shot their wedding. He's actually
Right.
part of my wife's family, married into my wife's family.
Right.
I did their wedding. He came here to New Orleans for me to shoot the wedding. He did here.
Yeah.
And he was a paramedic out there, and he was telling me about how they had to slide in between the overpasses to get people out. That
Yeah,
the cars
yeah.
were smashed,
Because they
like
just
flattened.
yeah.
They said some of the people in the car that were able to lay down in there were safe, but a lot of them
Right.
were flattened.
Flattened. Yeah.
He said it was
Yeah.
terrible.
That was a bad earthquake. I remember a big one. Oh, back in the was it like 68 or something out in Los Angeles? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Seemed to me there was a big one out that direction, out in LA or something back in the 60s. I remember. Well, I grew up in Denver, Colorado, and I was homesick from school for some reason. probably tonsillitis. I was always out of school for that. I get terrible tonsil infections. But anyways, I'm there and my mom was talking to my aunt on the phone. And I thought, you know, how if you live in a brick home, somebody bounces a ball off the side of your wall, you can kind of hear it. That's what I thought somebody was doing. Somebody's out there bouncing a basketball against our brick wall. And I started to get up, and then I heard Mom say, yeah, I felt it. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Turned out we had an earthquake.
Yep.
And that's the first earthquake I remember. And then, I don't know, it's later, probably a little bit later in the year, you know how a house rumbles when a big truck goes by on a residential, you know. Well, my dad's sitting there. We got a big picture window. He's sitting there in his recliner and he's looking out. And so I go to the window and I open up the front door and go out. And I'm looking for some big semi or something that just drove through. And that's when we figured out, no, it wasn't. There was no truck to be seen anywhere. And it was an earthquake. So,
Yeah.
and what it was is all of the mustard gas and nerve gas and all of that stuff that they were getting rid of left over from World War I. There was a armament disposal place there in Denver, and they were pumping all those gases down into the ground.
Wow.
And it was causing the plates to shift. It was causing, so they had to, and we ended up, I think there's about 5 earthquakes. And I remember those 2 particular, because those were the first 2 I remember that I'd experienced. But they ended up having to pump all that gas out and put it in sealed lead containers. And then for some reason, they thought it was a good idea. Let's just dump all this nerve gas and mustard gas out into the middle of the ocean, you know. This is
Sounds like a
before.
wise decision.
Oh yeah. It's just, you know, this was before you know, you had all the greenies out there. The tree huggers.
Yep.
Tree hugging didn't really start. It was like a spinoff of the hippies, you know. You had back in the late 60s, early 70s, you had like 3 or 4 different groups of the radicals. You had the just the down and out pothead hippies, you know, that went to all the, you know, like the ones that went to oh my God, that big concert up in New York. What was
what's there, so we won't.
yeah, I can't remember. I should know it. It's one of the most famous
I got
concerts.
because he gets way too high.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so you had the hippies and the potheads, and then you had the Jesus freaks, because everybody after they got stoned found Jesus. So you had that distinct group. Yeah, it's like, okay. And of course, with the hippies, you had the free love group, and then you had the tree huggers. Everything was environmentally unsafe suddenly, you know. You know, that's where the plastic shopping bags came from. Oh, we're destroying our trees. We're not going to have enough trees, so we got to switch to plastic. And now it's like, we got to go to paper. Yeah, we got to go to paper now because plastic's killing our environment. Like,
Night. Debbie makes them pretty good. Yeah, because it's going to rain later. It's going to rain all freaking week.
Yeah, it's gonna be nasty.
And it's warm and it's
He
cold.
says Paul got Burger King.
No, McDonald's.
McDonald's. I thought that looked like a McDonald's.
Double cheeseburger.
No, just a single cheeseburger. I got two
single cheese.
Two single cheeseburgers. My friend Tim brought them over.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
What a nice friend.
Yeah. There's times I just love to have one of them little
Say hello to
hamburgers,
him.
you know, they're just perfect.
This is my friend Tim.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Tim.
Hey.
Hey, Tim.
He's the one that
Nice
brought
to
me
meet
the
you.
burgers.
Yeah, we've been
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
We've been friends since we were
High school.
13 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
About 60 years.
Tim's a realtor.
Hey,
Ah,
Tim, I'll
okay.
pray for you.
Yeah, it must.
All
You've
those
earned a
years, I'll pray
sainthood to
for
be
you.
friends with Paul that long.
I'll contact the Pope.
Yeah, because he's earned a sainthood.
Yeah, I
I'm
put
just-
it with him.
I'm just gonna call my friend to bring me Burger King. Hello? Gitch said the ship is coming to the bridge, Paul.
Not yet. But it won't be long.
Look, Joe's making those bingo cards right now.
Joe's making bingo cards. But he's not. Ed, don't encourage him, you know?
See, I told you, see?
Except it's not Mia anymore.
But me, you say Mia every once in a while. so
That's
yeah,
true.
that's a bonus in that.
Joe, you're a troublemaker, I'll tell you that.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
Yes, he is,
No,
Lloyd.
I'm not.
I'll give you my email
I deal
later.
with facts. I deal with facts.
Joe, I'll give you my email later so you can send me a bingo card.
Yeah, I expect to have that in the. I expect to see that along with the. Along with your next recipe. He sends me, it's like he's sitting there making all this great food and sends me a friggin' picture of it. I'm like, damn, and he doesn't even share the food. He just shows me, look what I had. Like, well, bite me,
No,
That's
I
a
don't
kind of.
think, because I just don't know how we could be down there yet.
You leave the truck, he's wild.
Oh, yeah. Joe's front, back, front, back, front, back.
Oh,
Leave you guys on that note that Joe is working on his little bingo card.
bingo card. Yeah.
Lloyd,
yeah.
thanks for being here. Stop by again, hopefully maybe tonight.
Yeah, I'll try to get by. I'm not always up in the morning. Some nights, it depends.
Yeah, I understand.
I thought-
Hey, us old guys understand.
We do, don't we? Yeah.
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 Ed, thanks for coming in. Ed always comes in early and saves my butt. And Joe, thank you for being Joe.
Yeah. What would we do without Captain Joe?
That's it. There'd be no controversy, would there?
That's right.
Oh,
Oh, there
That
you
boom
go.
Boston
Yeah.
cream packet in. I'm going. I'm working.
it's getting there.
Okay, everybody. I'm gonna
Okay, guys.
go catch a ship. You guys take care.
All
That's
right,
the
y'all
next
take
block.
care.
Catch a ship.
See ya.
Catch a ship. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, later.
Okay, see ya.
All right. Later, everyone.
Bye-bye.